Good evening, members of Spiritual Cryptid Encounters. How's everybody doing tonight? Tonight is Werewolf Wednesday. For those who tune in on YouTube, stream, Facebook, and for my Sherbrooke TikToks under HCS8905. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing great. And I do got a werewolf shirt on. I'll show it later on. I'm going to send a couple of invites out real quick. Invite sent. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing great. Brothers and sisters, look at that. Werewolf Wednesday, brothers and sisters. I got all my pendants on for tonight. I even got me a nice Werewolf Wednesday ring. There you go. I'm just waiting for cousin Jesse to jump on real quick, brothers and sisters. I want to share this to the groups on Facebook real quick. How you doing? How you doing today?
I'm doing better, Primo. My vertical was acting up real bad last night, man. I couldn't even walk, dude.
Is it dealing with diabetes?
Inner ear problems, man.
Uh,
Something shifted in there, dude, and everything was going just spinning, dude.
so you was having problems walking,
Yeah,
like keeping your balance.
yeah. I was like falling and holding on to the walls, dude. I felt like I had been drinking for 2 days.
Oh, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, I was completely sober, man. But I don't know, man. Last year I got diagnosed with that vertigo, and it comes and goes, man. I had been good. I went to sleep feeling fine. I woke up the next day, I was bad, and then it got worse. I've been down for like 2, 3 days, man.
Think the weather has to do something with it?
No, just something shifted in my ear, dude. I hit myself with something in the head. I banged my head against something, and something shifted.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you do that, cousin?
Uh, it wasn't hard. I walked into something, people.
Just when you get older, uh, things like that happen. I got this nice shirt that I got on, cousin. I'm gonna share with you. Uh,
Oh yeah, I like that, man. Hey man, when I look in the mirror, that's what I see. I see
yeah,
abs like that. I like that shirt, Primo. That's a good shirt.
yeah. It goes way down. You can see the legs and the feet and everything. But
Yeah, that's how I saw that fucking that one that I saw. That's how his feet were.
yeah,
All I got is this one, man.
that's a nice one right there. Yeah, I was showing the face how it looks
Ugh. Ooh, good boy.
with the moon behind it for World Wednesday, man.
Werewolf Wednesday. You know I can't miss Werewolf Wednesday. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Wednesday, man.
Yeah, I was
Talk,
debating whether to do it here or through YouTube.
if you want, we can go to YouTube. There's nobody here. I don't see nobody in the chat.
Yeah, but here I get to share pictures, man. On YouTube, I can't share pictures. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Yeah, well, it's kind of early, so a lot of people are probably watching other podcasts and stuff like that.
I got my backup. If it starts to make noise, I got my headphones.
You know, your headphones.
Yeah,
So yeah, this has got a brand new shirt, man. First time wearing it.
that's nice, man. I like that.
Yeah. So yeah, I was thinking about going doing live here. It's just like on when I do it on Facebook, I can't do it off my computer. I have to do it. I can do it on my computer, but I won't be able to have you as a guest if I use my computer.
Yeah,
The only way I will do it is through my phone. I mean, now there's a way I could have you through the computer, but for right now, and I think people were complaining about there was a lot of lag last time or something like that.
yeah. When we did it on the phone, well, you did it on the phone. I did it on my tablet.
So that's what they were complaining about YouTube last time, that it was lagging real bad. I
Yeah,
know I've been having.
I got angry earlier, man. I was on Netflix trying to watch that the last Airbender movie,
Yeah.
and it kept buffering, man. So I said, "The hell with it." I was watching Justice League on YouTube TV.
Justice League.
Yeah, the one where the Batman brings Superman back from the dead, and Superman's whooping his ass. Yeah, no, man. How the medication, the McKesson medication they give you for vertigo, that thing
Hmm.
knocks me the hell out, man. It's a 12-hour pill, man. So basically, yesterday I slept all day, man.
Where'd you get the pill from?
The doctor, man. I told you I was diagnosed with vertigo. I have medication. I don't take it a lot because I only take it when it hits.
Hmm.
No, man. When I first got it last year, dude, it was worse. What's
Was
up,
it
Cyber Boxing? Welcome.
boxing? I know it's kind of early. People normally tune into us at 11 o'clock, from 11 on up. So I just felt to do an early live tonight, just in case, I
Just
know
to
cousin
shake
just
it up.
not feeling well.
Just to
Uh,
shake it up, man.
I mean, well, I think we had a pretty good views last time we did it live on YouTube.
Did we?
But as people just come in and out when you do it up on YouTube, they see you more. But here, I'm able to share things and stuff like that. What I can't do on YouTube, I can do here.
Hey, Cyborg Boxing.
This
It's
weather's crazy
Werewolf
too, man.
Wednesday.
We're Wednesday, man.
He's excited to hear more werewolf stories. Cow chocolate. I mean,
You showing me shirt, cousin? He wasn't here for. Hey, let me get a close up on that shirt.
shame in the back. Ah,
Yeah, see, I can show mine off here.
I like your shirt, man. That's a cool shirt. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a howling good time. Well, you're early, Cyborg. Welcome in, man.
He's the one that got to see the shirts, man. Cyborg, you got to see the shirts. See, you can see the face better here.
You can see the belly. Damn dog ate too much human meat. It's got a belly. You know, I bought these glasses, Primo, but I have to get real close to be able to see.
Oh, what to see the wolf, primo?
No, to see the words, man. I got these glasses. They're like 325,
Mm-hmm.
and no me sirven. I need to get some that are lighter, like a 220 or something like that. No, it's not a 14 pack, man. It's a third grader he ate.
Oh, the werewolf. Yeah, he's got a
Yeah.
like a 14. He's got like some kind of pack. Yeah.
Oh, no, Cyborg, check this out, man. Let me turn the chair around so you can see.
Oh yeah, the jacket. Show him the jacket, cuz you can't see it. MC, do a close up right there.
There you go, buddy. Look at that.
Werewolf Wednesday. Good versus bad. All right.
Yep.
You got the blue and the blue versus the red. Bloods versus Crips. No, I just
Yeah,
playing.
that's what I was thinking.
Or Crips versus Blood. No, what do you want to say?
Yep. Yep. And a
Yeah,
little trim,
we know Cyborg that you meant the shirt.
and a little ring that my cousin gave me. Here it comes. I'm proud of this ring, man. I don't take it off, man.
I'm displaying a different ring, primo. Look,
Oh, that's nice.
watch.
I see it.
See the wolf?
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
Nice.
It's a
Yeah, that's a cool pullovers sweater, man. It's warm. I wore that out today. Hey, Primo, it's gonna be effing 12 degrees in the morning, man.
oh, you better keep them pipes on primo.
So they're dripping. But the fact that I gotta get up in the morning and I had somewhere to go, but it's gonna be 12 degrees. I ain't going nowhere, man.
It's crazy, man. This weather.
Yeah.
I told everybody I gave my prediction on my birthday that it was gonna be colder. Still a couple of weeks of more cold weather, and I've been right, no?
Dude, it's 17 degrees right now. At 8 a.m., it's gonna be 12 degrees. Hell no, man. I'm glad I got all those blankets on top of my bed. I got all those three San Marcos I got on there.
Yeah, I got all kinds of pendants on me. Check it out. Uh, Tiger's eye. It's pretty big, man. This pendant right here.
Yeah, I see it.
Here's the pendant to that ring, primo.
I see it.
Look, you see the face
Mm-hmm.
of the wolf. Then I got this necklaces, and then I got the tourmaline and selenite around my neck.
Well, I didn't wear my tiger's eyes today, man, but I got my
Blinged up,
I got this one,
nice. That's a nice one.
and I got these two under here. The other one you told me to put it in a drawer, man, so it's in a drawer.
Yeah, for the color to stay purple. Then you can put it on, and it'll be purple. It'll keep the color, the amethyst.
Yeah, so
A lot of,
it's put up
a
in a
lot of these
drawer.
minerals that we have are for protection, brother and sisters. That's why we're wearing it, especially when we do the lives at nighttime. Sometimes you get people come in here that believe in other things and they want to wish bad upon us and stuff like that. And we go into prayer here at Spiritual Cryptid Encounters. Tie binding, rebuking. But today is Werewolf Wednesday. Uh, I guess I'll start off a story. I mean, I wish we could have more viewers, or we could just talk about a lot of things. We could talk about show some pictures before we even share some stories. We can try to do something new, no, primo? What do you
Okay,
think?
well, that sounds cool to me, man. But then the people that come in later are gonna miss the pictures.
Oh, I see.
Let's just talk just about anything in general for right now, man, till we get
I
some
think wolves
viewers.
are one of the coolest animals. Very cool.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, when you think of wolves, you can't leave any kind of hybrids of wolves out of the equation. Dogs are one of them. Coyotes is another. I believe they all travel in packs.
I mean, do you believe a jackal is one of those as well?
I believe they all travel in packs. Like even jackals travel in packs. Jackals, hyenas.
Or hyenas,
They were.
dogs? You said they were cats, man.
No, hyena is like a. It's
They
got a
walk.
strong grip, a very strong grip, a very strong grip, primo. When they bite, it's kind of like a jackal. I know a hyena. Uh, I'm thinking when people were spotting a werewolf, a long time ago, there was
Still kind of
actually
hyena.
spotting a hyena. There are people saying it was a hyena. Then you got people saying there's hyena werewolves that look like a hyena. They have spots on them and stuff like that.
Wow.
The distinct thing about a hyena is that they laugh when they're out on the hunt. You hear them laughing. Imagine that if you're walking, you hear someone laughing or something laughing, and the laughing is getting closer and closer towards you, and then you hear a lot of laughs. Then you know you're in trouble. You
And
better
so
find yourself find
that's when
yourself
you
a
know
tree,
that's when you know you
find
left
a
up.
tree, climb that tree if you can,
You know
or
what
else.
would be you know what would be a real bad way to die, Primo? To be in the forest of Chihuahua, Mexico, and then get attacked by a pack of fucking Chihuahua dogs and they kill you.
They say hyenas have a stronger bite than a lion, primo. You hear that?
That's it.
Yeah,
Man,
hyenas have a stronger bite than a lion.
well, I don't know, man. I was watching the nature shows earlier. I saw a hyena getting his ass whooped by a fucking bunch of lions. They were killing it.
Was the
Yeah.
hyena laughing?
No, it wasn't. He didn't think it was funny. That lion went to town on his ass, man. He said, "You're gonna die," and I ain't lying. I've been watching really weird videos like that, cousin.
So let me
I've
say
been
that must be
watching.
hard for the people of Africa. So many dangerous animals.
Yes, they are cyborg boxing, but can you imagine, man, being trapped in the jungle and next thing you know, man, you're surrounded by a whole damn pride of Chihuahua dogs that are rampant and they attack you, and the next thing you know, you're being eaten alive by little freaking ankle biters.
Well, that reminds me of the movie. Was it Blade 3 when Triple H had the little Chihuahua with a bunch of
Yeah,
teeth?
yep, yep, yep.
Wasn't it Chihuahua he had? I think like a little Chihuahua,
Yeah.
fangs on it, and
Uh,
was going after the person. That was funny.
but yeah, man, I've been watching a lot of these death videos, cousin. Mostly animal on animal. Dude, I didn't know that cats actually ate the head first on the rats and the mice, man, and they just like give out a real loud screech before they die. You just hear crunching from the damn cat just eating the head. Hey, Cyborg, we have piranhas here in Lake Worth, Fort Worth. Well, Lake Worth, Texas. They have piranhas in there, man. They even got gators. Yeah, you don't want to mess with a hippo, man. They're responsible most of the deaths in rivers in Africa, man.
Crocodiles.
Hippos are very territorial. They'll chase a boat down.
Wonder what kind of grip they would have if we decided to bite you.
It's not the bite grip you got to worry about. Is those long damn teeth going through your body, man. 'Cause they spear you through with those teeth.
It reminds me of that the game Hungry Hippo back in the day.
You remember him? You be hitting them very aggressive and very territorial. Cyborg. I seen a video where an alligator killed a baby hippo, and then the rest of the damn swarm of hippos killed the alligator. Man, they
And
tore his head.
the crazy thing about a lot of these animals, they can sense fear. They sense fear on you, they'll attack. They will attack you if they sense fear. They make all kinds of noises, try to see if they can get you to fear. If they smell that in the air, the scent.
That's
It's opening that when they attack because they feel they're more dominant than you and they will attack you.
that's why elephants always mock charge you first to see if you run. Yeah, they're pretty fast in the water, man. And I don't know how fast they are on land, but in the water they're real fast, man. Those hippos.
Well, let's say crocodiles are pretty fast too on land.
Yeah, they are.
Crocodiles, and then the Komodo dragons. The Komodo
Yeah.
dragons are deadly because they'll bite you and then poison you to
Speaking of that,
numb you up. And
I saw
they got you numbed up, that's it.
I saw a video of a German Shepherd killing one of those damn things, man. The
A
German
Komodo
Shepherd
dragon,
he killed a Komodo dragon, man. It broke its back.
A big Komodo dragon or a little
Well,
one.
medium size, big enough for the dog to have a hard fight with it. It first it made it lose its tail, then it broke its back, and then its neck.
Yeah, but
After
the
that,
Komodo dragons are long, primo. Maybe you're
yeah,
thinking about a different kind of dragon.
no, it was a Komodo dragon, primo. It was just mid-sized. It wasn't full grown. But that German Shepherd, he was having his way with that damn thing, man. Every time it tried to bite him, it bite him somewhere else. He finally finished it off, man, and dragged it off. Come on, man. You know darn well German Shepherds are real smart. Yeah, no, man. It was a that German Shepherd, man. He walked off, man. He's like, I dog walked this lizard.
German Shepherds are very intelligent, man.
Yeah, no, there's no joke. I was like, watching the video, man. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of videos where death they show the death of everything, and I was fearing for that dog. I said once that Komodo dragon bites him, that's it. He's gonna bleed out because they put that venom in you where you can't stop bleeding. But nah, man, every time you try to bite him in the leg or somewhere, that dog would just jump back, turn around, and bite him. He bit off four of his legs up, one leg at a time, man. Then he broke the back, then the neck, and he just dragged him off. I was like, yeah, Fido.
So what do you think about this dog man sightings, werewolf, lycanthrope, uh, this sightings where dogs are missing and cats are missing,
well,
even
I don't.
and at times even people are missing.
Well,
What do you think about
the way I see about that, Primo, we both know, especially me. I know that Dogman, Werewolf, they exist because I've actually seen them. But most of that, man, the missing pets, the missing people, man, I blame that on wolves and coyotes, man, that ambush people.
Do you think that they travel together with the dog man, or
Yeah.
that they, or that
No,
the dog man, which is a disembodied demonic Nephilim, has control over them in some kind of way because they're pet, they're animals, that they have some kind of psychic abilities to control them to lure people into the woods or lure something into the woods.
I don't know, cousin. To me, it would seem that wolves and stuff like that, they avoid these kind of creatures because they're evil. They can sense it. A wolf is no different than a dog, man. They can smell the evil of this creature. Now, this creature can, the DDN, Wolfman, whatever, can come upon these animals before they can sense them. He can probably put them in a trance. But if the dogs and can sense them, man, they'll probably try to get away from them, dude, because they can
They can
smell
see
them.
something way ahead before they even enter their space with the
Mm-hmm.
air,
Mm-hmm.
the smell, the scent. They know when if it's a predator, or they know if it's something in the spiritual, from the spiritual realm, because they can sense.
Mm-hmm. So that's a 50-50 question, man. Maybe they can, maybe they can't, because like I said, a dog can see into the spiritual realm, and they can smell it and sense it, man, way before it gets near them because they have better sense of smell, better sense of hearing. I mean, they only see in black and white; they don't see in color, but they can hear and smell very well.
Yeah, in the location I used to live in, Elms Grove, I was finding tails of cats and dogs, just the tails, no bodies, the tails of different animals, just like they laid it there on the ground for me to run into. Tails of cats and tails of dogs, and some of the tails were big of big dogs, and I'm trying to
Welcome,
figure out
man.
where the tails are coming from, but there was no
Thank you.
body. Another thing that I run into in Elms Grove was shredded bamboo. Like they were shredded in a lot of little pieces, and they were just thrown all over the around the picnic table, all over the ground.
What the
Like
hell?
they were marking it with something. There was just shredded bamboo everywhere. Because near the creeks, there's bamboo. So this was like a bamboo that was already like yellow, and it was just shredded all over the place, like something shredded it up.
Wow.
And they would leave it in the park. Like I don't know if they were leaving it as a warning, like hey, don't come over here. This is our territory. Sometimes they will find logs, big logs, blocking the path, like going into the path of Elms Grove. They will
Wow.
block it. I have a picture of the last time that I went in there, where it's a whole tree that's over the path, like they
Yeah,
blocked the
it's like-
path
I remember
with
that
a,
picture.
with a big tree that is literally blocking the path of Elms Grove. Like something is saying, "Don't go in there." This is our territory. Now, whether it's something that's physical or something that's spiritual, that's the thing. When we come to talking about werewolves, lycanthropes, shapeshifter skinwalkers, wendigos, that that's where the discussion is about, or some people believe that they're 100% flesh beings, and then there's others like us that believe that they are from the spiritual realm, dealing with the balance. We call them, I call them DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim, because the origins come from the beginning of time, where the watchers were watching over women. But trying to stick to the topic of Werewolf Wednesday, uh, but that's what they are, disembodied demonic Nephilim, that they have the ability, since they're demonic, or they're not angels, they're not demons, they're those created by God, or they're created by the Watchers, so they have the abilities of their creators, which was the Watchers, and probably the abilities that their mothers manifested to, which are sirens and
Harpies.
harpies. So they have some kind of abilities, but their bodies got destroyed, so they roam Earth in spirit form. So they've been here for a long time, so they could just about have the ability to manifest into anything of the past. They can shapeshift to that or manifest to look like it. How you doing, runner?
Thank you, Runner. Had a touch of the vertigo, my brother. Felt punch drunk. Yeah, like I said, cousin, I know just as well as you know that these things do exist because, like I said, I've seen them.
Yeah,
You know, I'm not gonna say in the flesh. I'm just gonna say that I've seen them.
yeah. They bring when they show their presence, brothers and sisters. They bring an eerie feeling around you, not just around you, within your spirit. You feel the presence when they show themselves to you, and the vibe that you get from them. It triggers all your spiritual senses. So when your spiritual senses get triggered by it, it's letting you know that it's something else. That because if your spiritual senses are getting triggered, because I've gone to the zoo and I've seen animals, I've seen lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, and that doesn't trigger my senses. I look at them like, oh, I mean, the lions, when they look at you a certain way, yeah, you try not to fear, right? When they look at you a certain way, because that's what they're looking for, right? But when you run into the the dog man lycanthrope, there's an eerie feeling that comes with that. That it's just your senses get triggered big time, and it's kind of like there's no time, because it's more of a spiritual thing. So it becomes like a spiritual battle when you have a confrontation with one of them. Kind of like what happened with cousin Jesse. Uh, what happened to him when he was working in Mississippi?
Hookers and dealers and pimps. Oh my. Yeah, I mean that was a messed up situation, cousin, because it caught me by myself in the dark part of the yard.
And it's kind of like when you're busy working and stuff like that. You're busy doing your job. Then you see something out of the ordinary like that, and you're like, "Whoa!" But was it how was the weather that day when you seen it? Was it cold?
It was cold. There was snow on the ground, and it was snowing. In
So you was working in
Mississippi.
extreme cold weather.
Yeah, outside. The module that we were operating was outside of the gym. The module was here, and you look like that, man. And there was like a little like a awning, not an awning, but like a metal roof. No, nothing black in the air, and you walk over there toward the inside of the cotton gin, man. But the Peter was outside, so we were in the elements, man. It was snowing, and it was really really cold, man. Over there in Mississippi, they harvest the cotton in the winter, man. Not like in South Texas when they do it in June. Because in South Texas, they pick the cotton around from June to October.
But it be cold. It used to be in the cold time when they would do the cotton.
Maybe in Anton, Texas, man, but in South Texas, my stepdad was the foreman of the Pennington Ranch, man, and we only picked cotton during the summer because we were out of school and we always worked at the
I'm talking
ranch.
about the gins, the cotton gins. They will
Oh,
work
yeah,
during
behind the bus.
cold times too in the valley.
I don't remember about the cottages. I just remember picking it when it was hot, man. Because we worked every year out there, man, with my stepdad, and it was always in the summer when there was no school. That was our summer job.
You would pick cotton
Yeah, in the summer.
by hand.
No, 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 no. By machine. The
No,
the ranch the ranch had 2 row cotton pickers, and I learned how to drive a cotton picker, man, but I didn't work the cotton picker. I worked on the module. I used to build the cotton modules, man, with that the trumper. It's a tractor. It's got a machine. You put it down. The wheels come up, and you got a it's like a slide that goes back and forth, and it's got some choppers on it, man. So one controls the machine that goes back and forth, and the other one goes up and down. So when the cotton pickers come to dump, you spread it out with the legs, and then you chop it, man. You bring it up and down, and then as it goes building up, man, you just smooth it out, make it smooth and level. That way, when it's done, que ya no bajan las legs para abajo. Then you put down the legs, open the back, put a tarp on top, walk across, take the tarp all the way out the back door, and then you move the tractor with the module, and you get your rubbers and your hooks, and you tie down the tarp so it doesn't fly away. That's how you make those modules, man. Dude, I've been working in cotton all my life, man. Even before I went to Anton, Texas, when I was 18, man. The whole time that we were living at Pennington Ranch and living on exchange, we were working in the cotton, man. That's what we
Who
all
you grew,
did.
who you grew to Anson with Jack
Uh, yep, yep. Actually, Cooney was driving.
Cooney.
Yeah, but yeah, I went up over there, man. Like I said, I've been working in the cotton industry my whole life, man. Ever since I was a teenager, man.
So, what do you think the cotton or any kind of agriculture will have to do with Dogman or Lycrathorpe?
I think the cotton, man, is it's a very strong crop. It's like, did you know that every year they switch the cotton to somewhere else because it takes up so much energy from the land. If they try to plant it in the same place, it won't grow. So that particular crop right there, man, takes up a lot of energy, and I think that's what these DDNs are looking for.
That
Probably
manifests
to
from energy.
yes, because let's say you plant cotton this year in this parcel. Next year you'll plant sugar cane or corn. You can't plant cotton there no more, man. You have to skip a year before you bring it back because it uses so much energy off the land, man. Oh, so much well nutrients, man. It's a strong crop. Look at me talking like a farmer. Cállate, Raymondville. But yeah, man. I think that's probably what draws them to cotton, man, because it uses a lot of energy, so they can make portals anywhere.
Well, that's what the Aztecs and all that, there were sacrificed people for the crops back in the day, when the Watchers were running the show, as I guess trying to guide humanity in some kind of way, misleading them actually. But they were sacrificed people for the crops, for the weather. I mean, they were lying to the people, to the kings. I mean, a lot of people got murdered for the crops and and the weather and stuff like that.
Yes, runner. Imagine, man, having your heart fucking just tore out of your chest and offered to Cualhuitacan. Be
Maybe
right
that's
back.
why my grandfather would say not to go to the fields at nighttime, because there's activity out there.
Yeah, let me right back.
We'll get to the topic of werewolves and all that. Uh, Lycanthropes, chasing walkers in the moment, brothers and sisters. We're just waiting to get a couple of more people, but I know everybody's busy in other podcasts right now. Uh, Let me share my show with y'all for those that didn't get to see it. There you go. My Werewolf Wednesday shirt.
My Werewolf Wednesday shirt.
There's cousin Jesse's Werewolf Wednesday shirt. The first time that I ever witnessed something out of the ordinary uh, was when I used to go out there to the ranch in between Hargill and San Manuel. That was a ranch. We used to go visit some people out there. A guy's name was Jesse, but we called him Chewy. That was his name that people would call him by. It was Chewy, and I would remember I would always go to the he had a pig corral, and I always go feed the pigs, with his sons, and they would tell me not to go past the corral into the woods because they would tell me there was something out there, and I was like, what could be out there? And they were talking about there's javelinas, like wild boar, and that there's bobcats and stuff like that out there. And I remember seeing some wild boars where they're running around, but they could come into the where the corral is, the javelinas. And I remember seeing a couple of those bobcats. So when I would see the bobcats, I would take off back to the house ranch, in which there were some were little, you know. But then one day I witnessed something, man, that till this day I don't know what it was, but whatever it was on twos, and it was going from tree to tree, like running, like literally running from, and it will hide behind another tree, then run and hide behind another tree, and it was running on twos, and he had fur, like fur all over his body, kind of like the fur that you're talking about, cousin Jesse, that you witnessed, the light, that brown fur,
Probably a wolf
and
man.
till this day I don't know what it was that I witnessed running from tree to tree, but they would tell me there was something out there, something that was not good, not to go into those woods. So I would stay away from the woods. You know, at first I thought they were just trying to scare me, so I wouldn't go there that ways. But I witnessed them. You know, some beings. They were on twos, but they were run from tree to. They were hide from tree to tree. Like uh, the height of them were was like 6 foot, around 6 foot, and they were running from tree to tree. To this day, I don't know what I was seeing. You know, something running in twos like that. I don't know, but I would see deer. I would see all kinds of other animals, but that animal or whatever it was, I couldn't identify what it was. You know, possible shapeshifter skinwalker or a what do you call them, primo? Los brujos that they're able to manifest into
The
a
shaman,
like what do they call them?
the shamans.
Like a nagual, like a nagual.
Mm, Nawal. Yeah.
Mm.
Archangel says he used to walk past the cornfields and the graveyard to feed the pigs.
How you doing, Archangel? Yeah, it was the first time I witnessed something like that. It was I think I was already like when I would go to the ranch over there. It was like in fourth grade or fifth grade. You know, 10 or 11 years old, nine or 10. When we would go down there and visit our friends. That's where we had the encounter also of the pájaro or the gargoyle or whatever it was out there in the ranch. And then I found out that there was a bruja that opened up summoned something, and I believe it's that bruja has summoned that the big bird or demon, whatever it was, and which is possible that she might have summoned those things that I was seeing also. You know, if I was seeing spiritually. How you doing under fire? The bone. Somebody was talking about exuberance. I've been seeing exuberance in about a week.
Wow.
It's been a while since I've seen exuberance.
He was here last week, wasn't he? I remember talking to him.
I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen Smurfy since the allegations.
Yeah, a lot of people that were, I guess, in cahoots with each other started pointing the fingers on themselves. So now they blew their cover and they're not here no more. That's okay.
It's cold over here right now, runner. We're 22, man. We're gonna wake up at 12 in the morning, man. All right, thank you for coming in, under fire. Good night, brother.
We're not under fire. Hasta la vista. He
Adidas.
was in here. He was in here for a good, let me see, 20 seconds. Is that as long as you can last under fire? 20 seconds? Or we're gonna call you the 22nd man from now on every time you pop in. Because just like you pop in, you pop right out. We're gonna call you 22nd man. You have yourself a good night, buddy.
Rest up, man. Rest well. I don't want to bring anything up on the live right now, runner. So this was something that was brought forward by Elastic Machinery against Murphy. So yeah, they had a lover spat on the live. Cousin A told him to get a room.
They haven't been back ever since. But it's like they were constantly doing this. Every time they come here, they start arguing in the chat. Let's get take that somewhere else. I don't want to hear what kind of problems they got.
Didn't have nothing to do with the live, so they saw themselves out the door.
Man. So we're gonna go
Anyway,
old school tonight. Let's talk about the myth of the werewolf. Cousin Justin might know about the myth of the werewolf
the myth of the werewolf that I heard, man, that it's a gypsy curse.
and
That's
gypsy
what
curse.
I heard. That's what I heard. That it's a gypsy curse. If you get bitten by a werewolf under a full moon, you become a werewolf until somebody kills you or they kill the one that made you. That's the only way to break the curse. The only way to kill a werewolf, they say it's silver. They can only be killed with silver. A silver bullet, a silver knife, a silver club, anything silver that you hit the werewolf with, it hurts him and kills him. That's the myth I heard.
Then I heard a different one from a gypsy, from the one that was a bruja. That she said that the werewolf was the. I told them they were real. So yeah, they're real. That they get summoned. That they get summoned and they appear. So basically, they get summoned through a form of witchcraft or necromancy, and they appear, which will would make them to me spirits or demonic in nature. There's many beliefs, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But Runner says he heard it was a curse as well, gypsy wise.
Well, gypsies, man, they curse anything, anything and anybody nowadays. They that's what they do. A lot of witchcraft. So basically, it becomes to how much power you give a gypsy, right?
How much
If you
power you
you
give
believe
away?
in
It's a
what the
different
gypsy
thing.
is doing, then she's gonna have some kind of power, really, just like any witch. So you take away of what they're trying to do by not accepting the negativity that they're trying to throw your way. That's how you fight somebody that's a witch or likes to curse people. He's not accept what they're throwing your way. What do you think, Primo?
Well, they don't have as much power as you let them have, man. Nothing should have power over you except Jesus Christ. That's what I believe.
That's right. But they're known to hex people. They've been hexing people. Well, the gypsies they've been around for not just the lycanthrope werewolves, also for the Nosferatu, if I'm correct. I think they've had run-ins with the Nosferatu also, but tonight is Werewolf Wednesday night, so we're gonna stick with that. I got a question for you, cousin. When's the first time you kind of like in your childhood did you know about werewolves?
Oh, okay, okay. Hi, Brian Griffin. I'm gonna say in the first grade, man. I used to get any kind of library book. I used to watch all the movies on TV. So yeah, man, I'm gonna say about almost nine, eight, 7 or 8, 9, somewhere around there.
The first werewolves that I remember uh, was dealing with this show called Boo, but it was the werewolf guy. They had the original Dracula, the original Frankenstein, and the original Wolfman.
Boris Lugosi.
Yeah, the original werewolves.
The
The
original werewolf
where
was
even Abbott Costello came out with them in a couple of them.
yeah. What
Abbott
was his
Costello
name?
versus Dracula. Abbott and Costello versus, and then El Santo. El Santo had some
He beat
episodes.
the smack out of them
Yeah,
vampires, man.
El Santo contra el hombre lobo,
Santa contra
uh,
los vampiros.
contra las brujas, contra la muerte,
Con,
contra, you know,
Santa beat up everybody, man. Yeah, man.
and
Santa contra los.
and of course all the movies from back in the days, black and white movies.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what I,
To me,
it was just
to
a
me,
movie, you know.
to me,
But
the only real werewolf dude was Lon Chaney Jr. He could do a werewolf like nobody else's business, man. Lon Chaney Jr. I still remember his name, man.
which is the one that fought which is he the one that fought Frankenstein and all that?
Yeah, Lon Chaney Jr. was the Wolfman, dude. He played the Wolfman. He played the Mummy. He played a lot of monsters, man. He could like put on makeup like nobody's business, man. And like in the movies, man, he always came out as Larry Talbot, which was the Wolfman. Larry Talbot was the Wolfman, dude. Ah, I remember those black and white movies, man.
For those that have never seen a black and white movie, you there's a lot of movies. When people talk about cryptids, they're like, "Oh, they're just being spotted now." No, man, they've made movies over the times over a lot of this so-called cryptids.
It's like the first vampire, man, the first Nosferatu on TV, man, that I remember was Boris Lugosi.
The black and white movie.
Yeah, he died, man. When he died, he was buried in his vampire attire, man. Bela Lugosi, not Boris. Bela Lugosi.
Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, he was buried in his vampire costume, man. Thought he was gonna come back for the second part of the movie. So yeah, man. That I was around that age, man, when I started. I was infatuated with werewolves, man.
I remember Halloween when they had those masks that were made out of plastic. It had the werewolf mask, the Dracula mask, Frankenstein mask, the mask of the devil with the little horns. You remember those
I remember
plastic?
those, man.
They had the little rubber band. You put it around your head.
And then you couldn't really breathe in them. You had trouble breathing in them.
Hell yeah! You're like could barely breathe because you had a little opening right here, just a little crack to get, to get a little bit of air.
Yeah, man, you suffocating those things. Yeah, I remember that show, Runner, Dark Shadows.
Yeah, Dark Shadows. Then you had the monsters. I think
The 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 show
the monsters. Yeah, the monsters.
the show that used to keep me
The
up, man.
something squad. So what was it called? The Monster Squad.
Like,
They even made a movie, Primo. There's a Monster Squad movie. There used to be a cartoon. They had Dracula, the Mummy, the Wolfman, and the
wow,
Invisible Man. It's called the Monster Squad.
I missed that day, man.
Check
Uh,
it out on Netflix. Look up Monster Squad. And there's a movie there of the Monster Squad. That
I was
used to
gonna
be
say something, man,
a
but I won't say it.
a cartoon that was shown on Saturdays. But there was a hell of a lot of vampire movies. That's all I know.
Yeah, there was that other dude. I forgot his name, man. He always played Dracula.
Christopher Lee.
Christopher Lee. He played a lot of Dracula movies, man.
He came out in all those movies of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, he did. I can't believe people actually watch those movies, man. Every time I start watching them, I fall asleep.
What movies? Primo?
The Lord of the Ring movies.
You can't watch them.
They make me sleepy, man. They're boring.
They used to be the bomb, man, when they were coming out. We'll go to the theater. All of us
Man,
go and check it out. When they showed the
you,
last one,
it just reminded me too much of my teenage years. All that walking. Yeah, man, I couldn't get into them, man. You remember, man? We lived 2.5 miles out of town. We had to walk that, and then walk back home afterward. We wouldn't get no rides.
check it out. I remember I was fishing one night at Port Mansfield, and there was this kid or this guy that was around my age. He had hair all over his face, all
Oh
over his
shit!
arm,
You saw a
like a wolf.
you saw a wolf cub. Wolf cub is what I'm gonna
No, he
call
had
it.
fish all over his face. I mean, hair all over his face, like a wolf.
Mm,
And he was talking to me and stuff. He said he was born that way and all this stuff.
probably a
You know,
circus performer from
we
Mexico
were fishing. But he freaked me out the way all his face was covered
with
with
hair.
hair. Yeah, and he was strong as hell too, man.
Do you say you look like a snack? I don't know, man. I would have seen something like that. I'm gone.
Makes you wonder, right?
Yep, yep, yep.
Well, what is it called? Is a certain thing that they're born that way. I just remember.
I can't remember the name of it, but there are whole families that are born that way, man. Most of them,
Doesn't what's the name have a cousin like that? Canelo has a cousin that has hair on his face also.
probably that's probably why he's always so pissed. Why
That
he
looks
beats
like a
people
werewolf.
up.
Man, they probably use a lot of Head and Shoulders, no? Damn.
No dandruff. Message.
Yeah. Okay, now let's
Man.
get to the stories.
Yeah, well, we've been talking for over an hour, cousin.
Yeah, we just just going from the hip, going with the flow of things.
Well, slowly we're getting there. We're talking about werewolf movies and werewolf this,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're getting
Talking
to the
about things
topic.
that we remember. Uh, the the 70s and 80s, that was kind of like one of those things where it was just to for you know about what a werewolf is and a vampire. But when it started getting really interesting was in the 80s or like 79, 80s, because they had already done Salem's Lot, which that scared the hell out of me, is dealing with vampires. They had done a couple of werewolf movies, but the one that kind of freaked me out, there was two of them, which was American Werewolf in London and The Howling.
Dude, the Howling was, oh man, and it
The
did.
Howling.
That was a franchise, man. They did more
Who
than
remembers
one.
those? Who remembers those movies? Those movies when they came out, man, that it kind of like freaked me out, dude. Like the way they looked and stuff like that. I
I
mean, you could hear it
remember,
in the audience when if you're at the movies, and you could hear the people's reaction to them to the movies. Uh, they were like freaking out with the movies. The way the special effects they had at the time. I mean, the special effects we have now is beyond that, but for that time frame, those movies were made pretty good. I mean, if you look at the howlings of those movies, how they looked, that's the way some of this beings manifest to. So, I got a question for y'all. Do you think that some of this DDN that manifests to look like certain things manifest to look like something we might have seen in the movie because they have those capabilities, right? So they know how many people, if they were attracted by the fear that people were having. Do you think that they have the abilities to manifest to look like, for example, like one of the werewolves from Howling or one of the werewolves from other movies? Do you think they have those capabilities?
I think they do, man. But if they try to read my mind, they're gonna get messed up. They're gonna be looking like the werewolf from the Thriller video, man. Looking like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, yeah, Runner. I think they are like you say, shaped to skinwalkers, but also disembodied demonic Nephilim because they have the capabilities to manifest. And that's where the skinwalkers, I mean, the natives learned it from. Uh, but yes, that's where they originate from. To me, that there would be spirits.
Yeah, man. That was one of the scariest transformations, man, that I ever saw into a werewolf. Was the howling. That scared the pee out of me, man.
The howling, yeah.
Yeah. Them transformations there, man. They weren't kidding with those transformations, man. They were like, wow. I remember, man, the first movie, The Howling, the first one I saw, it was on when cable first started coming out. It was a thing called Preview, and I remember I watched that movie around midnight, man, and I didn't sleep the rest of the night. Every little noise, I thought it was a werewolf.
So since we're talking about some movies, talk about a couple other movies that kind of scared you too, besides the howling and the American Werewolf in London.
There was it was a '70s movie, man. Something I can't remember the title, but it had werewolf in the title, and they were living out in these cabins, man. And this dude, when he would transform, he would still have his clothes on, his shirt and his pants, but just the transformation would scare me. And then there was what was the name of that movie? Oh, I can't remember the name of that movie. Was it called Wolfen? Something like that. It was pretty scary too. And then that recent one that came out, man, the Dog Soldier or something like that, man, with
Yeah,
Batista.
Dog Soldiers.
Yeah,
How about Silver Bullet?
yeah, that one was tripped out too, man. I forgotten the name of the of that movie, man. And there was another one, but I can't remember the name of it, man. What was the name of that other one? The American Werewolf in Paris or something like that?
Yeah, American Werewolf in Paris, American Werewolf in London.
Yeah, I just named that one runner, Wolfing. That one was scary as well. And there was the one that we never found a title about, cousin, when I told you that they were on this island and they were running from werewolves, and then they got on a boat and tried to escape, and then the damn werewolves came out from underneath the water with machine guns and whatnot, man. That was a good movie, man. I just can't remember the title.
Yeah,
I saw the ending only. Yeah, they were scuba werewolves, man. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, man, those are basically all the werewolf movies I've seen. But you know what show used to scare the heck out of me when I was a child, man, around 10 or 11? That show The Outer Limits.
The Outer Limits.
They used to scare the crap out of me, man. Do not adjust your TV set. We have gained control of it. Are you on a mission, brother?
Yeah,
So,
you
any
mentioned.
questions, ladies and gentlemen? Do my best to answer. No, no questions. Okay, let us push forward. Does anybody want me to retell? Well, congratulations, cousin. Hello, Cynthia. How you doing? Nice to see you.
Uh,
Does anybody want me to retell the story of the time I ran into a werewolf?
Go ahead, so cousin. The floor is yours. We got all time, man. We can go till one if you want to, man. Right now we're just a warm up. What we're talking about.
We're doing well, Cynthia. Thank you. How are you doing? Are your allergies better?
How you doing, Sister Cynthia? Hope you're doing better.
Yeah, nobody's said if they want me to retell my story. Everybody's just chilling, man.
Well, how about if I share a story? Well, I shared already a story, right? So
My turn.
you can share something
Well,
dealing with that.
when it comes to werewolves, I
Oh,
only have one story, man. But I'll share it.
brother Runner came up with a good top thing here when he said, "Are werewolves just spirits, or are they physical beings?" I ask because I think of native skinwalkers and other things. So we know that there's other things dealing with that, right? With like when they're being summoned, or the manifestations that certain, I guess, manifestations that certain things can take, like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The fact that the one I saw was phasing, I call it phasing, primo. I don't know what you call it, but phasing
Going
into
in and out,
the no,
going
no,
in and out of reality.
going into the dirt. I call that phasing, but it could be something else.
There you
Uh,
go.
it had to be spiritual, but then again, it was standing next to a module of cotton, man. So it could have got power from that cotton to open up a portal. Hello, Abigail. How you doing? Welcome to Werewolf Wednesday. Woo! So yeah, man. I'm thinking that's probably why I was standing by that cotton module, primo, because it was using the energy from the cotton to phase. Ooh, werewolf. Ah, ooh. But yeah, man, you haven't really seen anything until you see these things with your own eyes. And they come out of nowhere. Like I said, I was on top of a feeding machine where the cotton it tears the cotton up and it separates the seed from the cotton. The seed goes off somewhere else to a storage through a pipe after it runs through the gin. Like I said, we were out there, we were working. It was cold, it was snowing. I look to my right. I look over the compressed bales that are ready to be picked up and sold, and I'm seeing this brown dog-like creature walking on two legs, and it's just walking through the property like it owns the place. So I jump off the feeder. I put the alarm out. Everybody comes out. The gym shuts down, and we see it as it walks into the cottonseed storage warehouse. So everybody takes off going that way. Before we even get halfway out of there, over there, we see it come back out of the warehouse, and then everybody that was chasing it loaded two trucks, and they were chasing that thing as it was running in front of their pickups. It was like disappearing and appearing, and every time it would disappear and appear, it would be further away, and the trucks couldn't catch up with it. So it runs across the highway into a cotton field across where we have the a bunch of modules stored, ready for to come and be disassembled. And I'm the only idiot running on foot with just a box cutter in my hand. And as I'm running, all my sensors get triggered, and I stop and I look to my right, and I see that werewolf looking thing standing next to a cotton module. It's taller than the cotton module, He's got red eyes, it's brown fur. The legs are bent awkward like that. And it's standing there looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and we lock eyes, and we're staring each other eye to eye. And I start walking toward it. As I'm walking toward it, it starts to disappear into the ground. And then when I get like 5 or 6 feet away from it, it's looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and I'm fixing to take another step forward. When I do that, it closed its eyes that were red, and then there was a puff of smoke, and it was gone. It smelled like rotten eggs.
Thank you, Sister Abigail. Yeah, I hadn't seen the comment. I had to work on the light; it was blinding me. But I seen your comment there. You say you like the shirt. Thank you. I'll do a close up of it so you can check it out. Let me lower it down some.
There you go. Yeah, you can see brown fur.
Look at the legs.
That's how it was, man. Like that, the legs were swept in like that, man.
Yeah. You just
But
got all my merch on.
that sucker was fast though, cousin. It was fast, man.
You can see the face right there.
What are you doing? Wear Rebel's picture on your shirt, man.
There we go. So go ahead, cousin, and you said it turned into like a puff of smoke, or
Yeah, there was a when it closed the eyes, man. There was a puff of smoke, and then it disappeared, man. But it smelled like rotten eggs, man. To me, sulfur always smells like rotten eggs to me, man. And then it was gone. I didn't see it no more, so I walked back up to the feeder. And when I got on top of the feeder on my side, that's when the pickups came back and they said they had lost it. But I could see from on top of the feeder that they were doing a thorough search across the highway in the field, but they couldn't find it. Well, how could they find it if I had just seen it disappear into the ground?
they're lucky that they didn't try to go after the families that were at the.
Yeah, because they had living quarters there on the property, man, on the side of the gym. They had trailer houses and little houses and easy to break into, man. And all the children were asleep. There would be a bus that would come in the morning and pick up all the kids to take them to school, migrant school.
Yeah,
So yeah, it was lucky that I saw it and put the alarm because it was in that general area of the housing. Then the the gray one that followed us all the way to Texarkana, man, that we lost in the rainstorm, man. That one was a female, and then it was keeping up with the Tahoe we were driving, man. We were doing 80, and it was right there by the back door. The guys in the back door was sitting in the middle of the seat, away from the doors. That's probably why it didn't give up chasing because of the fear that these guys had. That one. The first time I saw that one, it was on the side of the house that we lived in the graveyard, in the woods where there was a running little creek. It came out in the morning when I was getting home from work, and I saw it. It was looking up at the house. I don't know why they chose to show themselves to me like that, man. But I
I
don't
think.
know.
What do you think? Like this, primo, or like this? Yeah, like this. The light blinds it. What do you think?
If you pick it close up, you won't be able to see the comments coming
Here,
up.
there we go. Is Sister Abigail still here?
She was a minute ago.
Yeah, I haven't seen Exuberance. Uh, it's been a while. I haven't seen him ever since he got. Who's the one that was arguing? Was it Smurfy and
Elastic
Electric
Machinery.
Machinery a long time ago, like about 2 weeks ago? I haven't seen him ever since. Either or.
No, he's reached out to me, cousin. Elastic Machinery. But I tell him, man. I told him, hey, man. Whatever the issue was, man. That's between y'all, man. I mean, if you saying that he's going somewhere else and doing this and that, well, he said that that wasn't him. Then we don't know, man. So we don't judge.
How you doing, Sister
You,
Monica?
Monica. Abigail says she's here.
I seen. Yeah, I haven't seen Exuberance in a while.
It's
But
like a
getting to the topic of the werewolf. So how big was it compared to you, Primo?
uh, dude.
How far were you from it? Like how close?
About 5 or 6 feet, cousin.
6 feet.
About 5 or 6 feet. So really,
How
really
wide
close.
was it, and how tall was it compared to you?
Well, when I first saw it, that I wasn't close to it. When I stopped running and looked at it, it was tall, like really tall, man. It was taller than the kite module, man. Kite module is about maybe 9 or 10 feet tall, maybe more. And it was taller than that, man. Then it just started like sinking into the earth. The closer I walked up to it, the more it sank into the earth. But it was
But
tall, man, and it was had a
was it
wide body.
muscular?
Yeah, it had a wide body, man. It had muscles, and the legs were muscular, but they were swept in like that, dude. They went out and in like that, out and in like a dog legs.
So many theories about what they could be. You got people saying that they're government experiments. You got some people saying that they're curses. Some people saying that they're uh, real flesh and blood. Then you got people that say that they're demonic, the disembodied demonic Nephilim. I got a couple of videos where I can share some pictures. I'm trying to. I'm going to try to get to one. I think that I have, Primo.
Oh, I'll be
You
right back.
say it looked brown, right? It looked brown, so I think I might have a picture of what you're talking about. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I'm going to look for these pictures of what cousin Jesse's talking about. I think I might have something of this dog man. I just have to look into my archives. So I'm going to do that while he shares a little bit more stories of what it witnessed. See if I can find something that might resemble the brown one that he's talking about, because I've seen the brown one he's talking about, and that's pretty tall. When I seen the brown one, I thought that the brown one is because the black one was way bigger, which I believe the black one was the alpha. But I seen the brown one, which to me, I think the brown one might be a female, but I'm not sure. But the black one that I witnessed was huge, was like 2 or 3 times bigger than the white one. I mean, than the brown one. It was humongous, very muscular. How you doing, Yismizzle Productions? Yeah, you're never the same once you encounter one of brother and sisters. Once you cross paths with something like this, you're never going to be the same. You know, it's kind of like you get a form of PTSD, uh, crossing paths with something in this nature that it could affect you for the rest of your life. I know it affected me for years from when I had my encounters that I was affected by it. That I changed my lifestyle, things that I would do. Uh, I was a, I stopped going to the park. I stopped going for walks. I stopped cutting through the woods. I would look out, be alert at all times. You know, it changed me completely as an individual when I had my encounters of this DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim, or they were in beastly form, lycanthrope. You know, it changed me forever. The brown one, the cousin Jesse seen, he seen it in Mississippi. The one I seen a brown one also was in Elms Grove Estates in Killeen, Texas. There's cousin Jesse. I'm gonna let him. Yeah, I'm gonna let him answer some questions for y'all. Well, he's putting on his hoodie. He's getting kind of nippy over here where I'm at too. So I'm gonna have to go get a jacket also. There's cousin Jesse. I'll be right back, Primo.
All right. Hello, people. How we doing tonight on this nippy night? It's cold in the funky town this morning, afternoon. 18 degrees here in Fort Worth, Texas, people. On the way to 12 degrees by 8 a.m. Good weather to hunt cold. Any questions, people? Any questions? Hello, Monica. How you doing? Yes, Monica, I was talking about when I was running with the box cutter. Hello, William Roblida. How you doing, man? Yes, Misso. How you doing, man? Man, I'm behind on my comments. It was all over the gen, Monica. When I saw it, it was going through the cotton that had already been processed and packed for compressed to go to be sold. Yeah, I ain't been right since, Monica. Yeah, you got it up to 83, Monica. I put my thermostat at 70. My room will be too hard to sleep in. Okay, Abigail, as long as you're fine. Well, -2 degrees where you're at. Damn, Red Runner. Hope you got something warm to keep you warm. I'm caught up. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen, about what I shared about the ooh, that I seen? Man, this thing is warm. Ooh, feels good. Best gift I ever got. Remind you, this is Spiritual Encrypted Encounters merch. You need some? Contact Abe CS or Sergeant CS or Count CS. So no questions, okay. So let me put a question to you. What would y'all do in the situation I found myself in? What would y'all's reaction be, and what would y'all do if y'all came across a 12 to 13 foot wolfman? Running, oompa loompa doopity doo. Running. So what would y'all do if y'all were to come up face to face like I did with a dog man, werewolf, Gideon? What would y'all be? What would y'all's reaction be? Well, I think that right there, William, would probably not be a good thing because you would awaken his prey drive and he would just chase you down and kill you. That's probably why I just quit running because the the did he show any fear? It's a spiritual opening, William, and he could use that to attack you. When you come into something like that, the best thing you can do is start praying and hide, not hide, but use your faith in God, in Jesus Christ. That way they can find a spiritual opening and then start tie binding and rebuking. William. 'Cause I showed it no fear, William. I wasn't afraid. But back then, I was a little bit of a on the crazy side, and I would fight anything. I don't know, runner. They might be enemies. They might be not, but I don't think they're fighting for the same thing. You know? They're both evil, and the vampire is not wanting a soul. The vampire just wants blood. That's it. If it's a DDN posing as a werewolf, then yeah, it was probably wanting your soul. But a vampire, all it wants is blood. That's it.
Sister Abigail, it's up to you if you want to say what's going on with exuberance. We could place them in prayer here if you like. Uh, I mean, only you know what's going on with him. If you like, you can say what you have to say here. Share it with the members, and we can keep them in prayer.
Yeah. Well, what's going on with exuberance, man?
Uh, I don't know. She said if she could share, and I said go ahead. Just now.
Why would you throw a Bible, Monica? That's like throwing a weapon, your only weapon at something that you're gonna need. You never throw a Bible, you open up the Bible and start reading from the Bible to thwart any kind of evil that's in front of you or coming at you. Monica, you
Well,
never throw a Bible?
the Bible is just a book, it's with a message, but it's really up to the beholder, of whoever. It's about your faith and you believe in Jesus Christ. Just like a object, a necklace, a cross. Is just an object, but it's what's really within you that matters when it comes down to fight spiritual
Okay,
warfare.
we're listening, Abigail. I did that once, cousin. I threw my only weapon at a spider and then it landed on top of the weapon. I couldn't fight it. Hey man, I thought you were gonna get a jacket, man.
Oh no, I didn't get a jacket.
Brian Griffin. They don't call it Bible thumping for nothing. Swing away.
I got the same jacket, but I just don't feel like wearing it right now. I'm not that cold. I wear it another time. I mean, yeah, right now will be a time to wear it, but it's not that cold inside my house right now.
Well, I could make it warmer here in the living room, man, if I turn up the heat. But then my mom would come out saying that she feels like she's in the desert. Them bedrooms have a lot of fiberglass, I think, man, because they get real hot in there, cousin.
So that's right. I was gonna look for a picture I have of the brown ones that I witnessed that I was able to capture where they were like moving. There's three of them, but I need to go look for the picture. I was just waiting for you to come back so I can look for that picture.
Well,
Let me see if I can find it, Primo.
go ahead. Beyond the box. Howdy. Where did Cynthia go? Are you still here, Cynthia? Or did that cat finally get you? Oh, wow, Cynthia. I mean, Abigail. 3 days? Wow. Well, I hope he's okay. Yes, William Robleda. Robida. Yes. The fact that the name of Christ works on them means that they are demonic. I don't know how to get a hold of him, Brian Griffin. The one that knows is Abigail, but he's not responding to her either. Amen, Abigail. I hope he's okay too. But you see, I was right. I was right that y'all got together. I was right. Uh, I hope he's okay too, Abigail. I really do. Cool guy. Yeah, Abigail, you game recognizes game, Abigail. Just kidding.
That's what happens. Agarró lo que quería y vámonos. Tabacho. Oh man, it's messed up.
You're gonna send a cop for the welfare check, and then they're gonna wind up handcuffing him, not shooting him. That's what cops do nowadays. I've seen the videos.
When they do a health and welfare check, primo.
Yeah, I saw a video where they went and did a welfare check on this veteran, and they wound up arresting him and roughing him up, man.
Yeah, happened here. Yeah, I heard.
How the hell you gonna go for a welfare check and then wind up arresting the person you go check and then roughing him up? I'm sorry, but you kept slipping into my fist. Hijos de puta. But hopefully he's okay, Abigail. Hopefully he's okay. Cynthia, are you still here? Yeah, you can't trust police officers to do anything anymore because they want to put everybody in the system, even if they have to violate their rights to do it. Hi, Cynthia. I was wondering if you were still here. Hadn't heard from you since this morning. But then that McKinson medicine I take for the vertigo, it knocks me the hell out.
Trying to find the picture, primo. But
Yeah, yeah. They're more like Barney Fife nowadays, William. Gonna pull their gun for anything, any little thing.
the what, primo? The cops.
Yeah. Man, I hate cops, man. I don't even talk to Tia Rachel's son, man, because he's a cop.
Damn.
I've been through the system, cousin. I have a distaste for cops, man. Hide behind that badge because they were bullied in high school. More than half of these cops out there, man, they were bullied in high school. That's why they became cops, so they can have some kind of power over people because they used to get beat up. I remember, man, Somewhat of a bully, man. I remember picking up Professor by his feet and shaking him because he owed me money. That's where,
What?
yeah, man. He wouldn't pay me, man. So I saw him in front of Taquito Hut and I grabbed him by his legs and shook him to see what fell out of his pockets. They're the biggest gang in the world, Monica. That's why they don't like gangs because it's competition. That's why they wear the blue uniforms. Yeah, you know what fell out of his pockets, Primo? It was a cassette of Master of Puppets. That's how I got my first copy. I said, I'll
Oh,
take this. I told him, I'll take this because you have money to buy cassettes, but not money to pay me.
how much did he owe you, primo?
You owe me a lot of money back then, man. $5. But that wasn't the point. The point was that he had owed me the $5 for 3 months and he wouldn't pay me, man. Yeah, I don't know anybody in MS-13, William Robida. But yeah, man, that's how I got my first copy of Master of Puppets. I shook it out of him. I still laugh about that, man. That was so wrong, man. Next time I see that, man, I gotta apologize to him for doing that to him, man. But I never did nothing to anybody that didn't have it coming, cousin. You know that. I wasn't that much of a bully, man. Cynthia. It's a gang, Monica. It's a worldwide gang. The MS stands for Mala Salvatrucha. That were here in the States got deported, Monica. But they have nothing to do with werewolves. An hour and 48 minutes, cousin. How about you, Cynthia? You feeling better? Or did your allergies clear up? Did you put on a hit on that cat with a dirty rat? I'm feeling better than I was this morning when we talked.
I think I found the picture, primo.
All right.
I gotta work on it real quick.
It was just that one time, William. I haven't gone back to Mississippi. I went back once after that, but I went to a different part of Mississippi. I didn't go to Faro. I went somewhere else. Over there, I just the second place I went to, William. I had that dog that was messed up that I think was a skinwalker. It looked effed up, man.
I hope this picture doesn't freak you all out, man. I'm gonna try to get a close up on it.
Yeah, I could have been a cop. I only needed like 36 hours to become a cop, but I have too many friends on the criminal side, especially my little brother. Couldn't see myself arresting him.
All right, I'm gonna send them, and I'm gonna share them with you.
Oh wow, William. Then it was really hunting you, man.
All right, here we go. Let me catch up to the comments, and I'll get with y'all. Boom, boom. It says, "Did you ever see the werewolf again, Jesse, or just the one time?"
Just that one time.
Okay, here we go. Let me get to y'all. There we go. I hope y'all can see it there. Are you there, cousin?
I'm here.
There's a picture of the brown ones that I captured. That I don't know if they were male or female, but they were pretty tall. Uh, wait up. See where it's at.
I'm looking, man, but no, I can't see it. I think maybe there.
Okay, there's one here,
Uh huh. There's
there's
one
one
over.
here,
Uh huh. And then one by that one.
one by this one.
Uh huh. I see them.
So I'm gonna do. I got close-ups of them. See what y'all see on the close-ups. Let me see which way to go. Nope, wrong one.
Yeah, look at that werewolf.
So here we go. Some close-up. Oh, there I
Uh-oh.
go.
New close-ups.
There's a little bit of close-up there of them.
Sorry.
You got one here. It's brown. That's you see how the color brown.
I see it.
This is brown also,
That one has
and this
red eyes.
yeah. So I'm gonna get a close-up of this
That
one,
one red eyes.
the one in the back.
Yep. With the red eyes.
This one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like to you, primo?
That's hard to tell, man. It looks like a dog. It looks like a bear. I can't really tell, man, but it's there. I see ears.
There's a face,
Yep. I see a
the
snout.
eyes,
There's
mouth,
definitely a bag.
the ears. It looks freaked out. And
Uh-huh.
the other one, there's another one that looks right here. You just see a face, but this one for sure you can see a body and
Yep.
everything. And then this one, there was the leader of them, which is taller.
Yeah. I see the
There's
ears standing up.
there's
That looks
the back.
like a wolf.
There's
There's the
the snout.
ear. There's
The
the
head
eye. The snout.
is facing this ways. The snout, the eye
The
is the
ears.
head.
Yep.
Here's the back of it.
Yep.
So I was just wanted to share, and it's color brown.
Yeah. Brown.
No, that's what I was saying. That's is that the kind of brown that you seen, Primo?
Yeah, that's the kind of brown I saw, man. I told
See
you
how
it
it
looked like
looks.
I told you it looked like that wolf from
Yeah.
that video from Monster Beast. Brown.
So there's the brown one there. So that's the full picture. The full picture is this one.
That that thing right there looks like a dragon skull right there, man. That white part where they're standing on. I see two eyes and the snout. Yeah, that right there. That looks like a dragon skull.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly Wendigo, maybe.
Possible.
So there's three things here, right
Uh-huh.
there, plus this. Let's see what is everybody saying about this picture. Any comments? Let me look. Man, we're almost gonna hit the 2 hour mark, cousin.
Yes, sir.
Somebody said, "What does that look like? A dragon on the ground too?"
Yeah, that's why I looked.
Beyond the box, yeah. So, what do y'all think about this picture? This picture here, I captured this picture in Elms Grove. This is from the path in Elms Grove.
Yeah, and then they both all three of them are looking at you. You see
Yeah,
the eyes.
I could. The reason I snapped the picture to the direction because I could hear movement and I could hear footsteps like something was beside me, but I couldn't visually see anything. But the camera caught it.
Wow.
I just wanted to share this how it looks brown. Cousin Jesse. The other one that I have from Mount Scroll looks brown too, but it's got a certain kind of brown. The head looks a certain way. To me, the brown ones look more. I mean, they're still big, but they look skinnier than the alpha. The alpha is humongous, or the black one. Thank you, Missile. Yeah. What people don't understand, use missile, is that these beans, they. Let me go back to the screen so you can see me and cousin Jesse also. What happens that these beings, right? They know how to control the environment, the elements, so they can cause a magnetic disturbance in the area that is going to cause your video, the battery device to give out is going to cause a picture to be blurry because it don't want to be seen, right? So that's why sometimes a picture comes up blurry because it don't want to be seen. If they're really focused on the picture, and then of course it's a plus when you do capture a picture where it's not blurry and you capture something in there, which I have plenty of those that I made short reels out of. But I wanted to share this one with you because cousin Jesse was saying that the one he seen was brown. I seen a brown one, then I seen the black one. So I wanted to show you the picture of the brown one that I had. It was pretty tall. I wouldn't mess with it as big as it was either because I don't know. I believe when they take those manifestations, because it happened at night, it's just to see if you're gonna believe in what you're seeing. I never. Thank you, Beyond the Box. I never believed the man that would be in the corner of the on the main on the road that goes to the embark. There used to be a man there that lived in a blue mobile home with his family, and he would always warn me. Uh, yes. Let me take the picture off. Well, I'll leave it on for a little bit. Uh, he would always warn me. He would tell me not to go over there because there's this. He told me there's this werewolves out there, and at first I thought that it was all in his imagination because he was smoking weed, and I say the weed got him hallucinating, right? And so every time he would tell me to be careful to go out there, he was telling me, "Why do you think I got the targets over there where I shoot my bow and arrow? Because that's where they stand." They said they come in a pack and they stand there. They say they start throwing rocks. That's what he said. They start throwing rocks to my mobile home. They said they come and try to come into my mobile home. And then he said, "Let me show you something." This guy was always welding outside, making spears and arrowheads, and for his bow and arrow, right? Making different uh, uh, weapons. I went into his home, so I want to show you something. I went into his home, and every entrance, and by the windows, by the hallway, he had weapons in every part of the house, everywhere in the house, and he even had crosses on the windows where he was protecting his home. He said, "Do you know why I have all this?" I said, "I want to show you something else." He went outside and we went around his mobile home. He said that they try to come inside his home at nighttime. Then when I looked at the wall, you could see where there was dents on his wall. You could see scratches where something was clawing. And then I was like, I looked at that and I said, "Man, he's got to be either he was smoking weed." I said, "Either he's smoking some strong stuff, or he is dealing with something that's real." But at that time, I hadn't experienced anything, so I just left it as, "Oh, he likes to smoke weed. He's probably hallucinating." But then when he moved, he would tell me too and say, "Hey, I think they're underneath the ground right here by the street because I hear them at nighttime. I hear the growling and I hear them where they're going underneath the street." Well, that guy moved. Uh, then I started hearing my experiences of what happening to him, where there was coming to my house and banging on the walls and scratching and running on top of the roof. In which then I believed that what he was telling me was the truth, because it had been happening to him. He said he wouldn't go investigate that area where they would stand. He said a finger. He found a finger, what seemed to be a finger of a boy. That's what he said. He grabbed the finger and sent it to get what do you call it? The lab to see if it belonged to a finger of a boy. But he found a finger, what seemed to be a finger of a boy up there by where they would stand.
I don't know, Cynthia. The very first time I smoked weed, I hallucinated. But after that, not anymore. After that, it was
Yeah,
nineteen
sometimes
eighty.
people put stuff in their weed, chemicals and stuff, cocaine and all kinds of stuff, which makes them hallucinate. But when I started noticing him when he moved, and I started noticing him walking through the park, through the streets, that's when I knew that he wasn't lying to me because I started noticing him. There was an old lady that had warned me, also a Philippine lady, that she lived in the park for about 26, 27 years. She would tell me not to go into the woods because there was a something evil that lived in those woods. And I will say, well, what evil lives there? And she would say something evil. She will never describe what it was till I ran into the what seemed to be her son. I don't think it was her son. It was a shapeshifter skinwalker that took the manifestation of her son. The way he was standing and looking at me, I could see the yellow in his eyes looking at me. He told me not to go in there because he said he was a historian. This is what he told me. He said he's a historian that for the natives from Arizona. He told me not to go into those woods because he said there's a lycanthrope that lives in there. And he said, "Do you know what a lycanthrope is?" I've heard of something like that, but I don't know exactly what that is. And they looked at me, and it's looking at me like this. And his eyes are shining yellow, looking at me. And he said, "That's a werewolf. That's where it lives." I said, "Don't go in its territory because that's where it lives. I would suggest for you not to go into that path because that's where the lycanthrope lives, right?" So I was like, "Damn!" He's telling me there's a werewolf that lives in there, and my nephews and my son plays, but near the swing sets that are there, right? Told me not to tell him not to go there. So freaking the lady moves, she moves, and then I see her son again, but this time he's not outside the fence area. He's inside the fence area, clearing out the shed. There's a shed with tools and stuff. So I go up to him, "Hey man, what's up? How you doing?" And he's looking at me. He said, "Excuse me." He said, "Yeah, how you doing, man? How's Arizona, man?" And it's like he's looking at me. It's like, "Who are you?" I said, "Well, remember last time we were talking and you were telling me about you were a historian for the natives that live in Arizona. Uh, you told me not to go into those woods because there's a lycanthrope, a werewolf that lives in there." And he's like, "I don't know who you are. I never talked to you before." He said he was a mechanic. That's what he told me, that he was a mechanic or something like that. So that's the first time he ever met me. That he said that I had a confused with somebody else, but the shapeshifter skinwalker took his form and looked just like him. And I said, "Well, sorry about the inconvenience," and I walked away from him. So I started thinking about the yellow glare that he was looking at me with his eyes. They're kind of like the yellow glare that cousin Jesse has on the wolf shirt. Like a yellow glare in his eyes, looking at me. That was that was telling me that the shapeshifter skinwalker had manifested to look like him, warning me to get out, not to go into those woods because he probably resides there in that area. I walked backwards. I never gave him my back after that when he told me they didn't know who I was. Uh, Go ahead, cousin Jesse. You want to lead a prayer for brother exuberance?
Heavenly Father, I pray for Brother Exuberance. Let it not any evil befall him. Let not any evil entity try to take over his vessel. May the heavenly angels protect him. May anything evil that's around him return back to the sender. In your mighty name I pray, amen.
Amen. So I just wanted to share their story with y'all. They're definitely. Well, then when I found out that a lot of that land used to be native Indian burial ground, that he got so cheap, that will make sense of all the activity that was happening there, the apparitions, the drum beats that I would hear. It's because a lot of people died there in that land, so there's a lot of ghost apparitions and everything else that comes with natives. You tired, primo?
My neck's feeling a little stiff, man.
So it'll be 4 hours and 2 hours and 11 minutes. If you're tired, cousin, we can call it a night if you like.
Yeah,
But it's still early. It's 12:12, no?
12. I'll try to hang on for another little while, man. That medication's starting to kick in, though.
Yeah, spiritual warfare is very real, brothers and sisters. And you can't give something the power of belief because that's what they want you to do when they manifest to look a certain way. Uh, they want you to they want you to believe in them. If you get the power of belief, then he has some kind of jurisdiction over you. That's what they do. So what I normally do if I see something out of the ordinary, something strange, I type out and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, and I take authority over it immediately, so it won't gain no power over me. But if you're tired, primo, you want to call it, you can call it. Your head is neck is hurting.
Yeah,
This
it's
was
hurting.
I put on my protection today. Got all this around my neck area. Spiritual warfare. They try to attack you through your spiritual senses.
Yeah, I'm still feeling kind of spinny. Like I said, my vertigo's acting up. Um, it's better. It's better today than it has been in the past 3 days, man. But like I said, that McKesson medicine makes me sleepy, man. It's a 12-hour pill, so when I take it, I'm knocked out for a while, man. I was
Is it
knocked out earlier. I was knocked out earlier, and Cynthia called me, and we talked for a little bit, and then I told her I'm gonna take a nap. Yes, William. I think all these creatures out there are evil, and they hate mankind, and they're out to just to take your rest, your soul.
I believe that's why a lot of people disappear in Mother Nature, where they're going hiking or children disappear
Night,
because
Abigail.
they use the trees as portals to take them to the other dimension, take us somewhere else.
I didn't see that comment, Cynthia. All right, cousin. I'm gonna call it, man.
All right, cousin.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for coming and spending some time in here with us. We really enjoyed. This is my favorite part of the week, man. I love Werewolf Wednesday.
I think next time if we do it Werewolf Wednesday, we might have to do it on YouTube, primo.
All right.
I don't know. It depends because I wouldn't be able to. I think we just need to stick to the format like we've been doing.
All right,
But
cousin. Cynthia, good night. Sleep tight. Good night,
Rebel's
people.
trying to say goodbye to. Look at him.
Good night, Rebel, Rebel. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Good night, primo. Here you go, Rebel. Uh, Thank you, everybody, for whoever tuned in here tonight on Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters. I'm meaning to go out there and do some more investigation. Go recording at a certain area. Uh, there's been a couple of things that I witnessed through the investigations when I've gone out there, and it's one that I remember that was literally elevated like 50 feet up from the ground, and it was levitated with its hands open, flying in the sky. I remember seeing this, you could say, unclean spirit, possible shapeshifter skinwalker, where it's all in black and you can see its face, and it's looking at me and it's laughing. I tried to get him on camera, but I couldn't move fast enough to be able to record him because it just happened all of a sudden. It's when I was walking back out of the path when he surfaced up behind me, flying in the sky, elevated, flying with his hands open. And by the time I tried to record him, he was out of the. I couldn't. He was moving too fast, and I know that is out there in the wooded area, and it came from the woods. So I believe a lot of the land where I do some of the investigations could be possible native Indian burial grounds, in which I have to be more careful when I go out there and investigate because I don't need no negative attachments on me or for that being, whatever it was, to try to follow me home. You're welcome, Sister Cynthia. Yeah, if I could take you to the location at Elms Grove, I'll I had an open invitation to whoever wanted to go there, but then at the same time, I don't want to endanger nobody because the activity is hot there. If you have a spiritual opening, they'll try to come and attack. You know the the DDN or the native shapeshifters skinwalkers. Whatever's in that area is very territorial. So that's what they do. If you look at the highway that goes in between Elms Grove to the other side of the woods, there's nothing but crosses where a lot of people have had accidents in their location. A lot of things have happened there. But one day I will go back to Elms Grove and take my time and do another live video in the woods of where I've witnessed things. Uh, I don't know when, but sometimes you have to face, how should I say, your fears, right? Or something that try to scare you, or something that try to harm you. You gotta face it with no fear, with the Heavenly Father, right? We just have to be careful because at the same time, I think I already have sufficient proof, sufficient evidence that I don't have to go into the environment. But I know if I would take somebody, if they got equipment or whatever, I would show them where the hot spots are, you know, and just let them do whatever they need to do. But like I said before, I don't want to endanger anybody. So it was like all in black. The face looked kind of grayish, and it was just levitated off the ground, like say like 10 to 15 feet off the ground, elevate levitated up in the air, and he had his hands open. It looked like he had some kind of garment on him, and he had his hands open, and he was laughing, like making fun of me, and he was hovering behind me, moving pretty fast. I'm thinking it's the one that I have here. I have a picture of. I'm thinking it's that's what it is, but I've seen it elevated up in the air, like it has some kind of power of some sort. No, spirit in spirit form. I just wish I could record it better. Like really get there and capture it on camera. It would have been awesome to capture that where it was flying behind me laughing. If I would have been able to capture that, now that right there would have been an awesome freaking capture. But it goes to the point of what cost you want to capture something like that. And if it's laughing at me and it's trying to endanger my life, then my life is more important, right? Yes, I was praying and rebuking all the way out of there, Sister Monica. There were. It's like they were following me around. That thing that passed, and I could hear other things, disembodied voices. They were saying, "Let's get them now." Uh, some were saying, "Get out." Some were saying, "Let's get them now." Uh, but I haven't gone back there. I haven't gone back. It's been a while. Yeah, last time I went there, they tried to hurt me. So when something tried to, I seen the tall one in a different area, and it tried to clothesline me. Even though it's a spirit, right? It's got power through energy, and it tried to knock me to the ground from the neck area, uh, and it tried to hurt me, in which I've been recuperating from that injury uh, on my neck area. Have y'all seen? For those that don't have me on your friends list, I like to work out. It's been a while that I've worked out. I'm going for my second week, I think, that I haven't lifted anything, any kind of weights or nothing, because I'm recuperating. I'm recuperating from my neck area and now recuperating from my hand area. With Brother William, yeah, it can get overwhelming, but I don't get scared. I have to stay calm and relaxed. Uh, go into prayer, place Jesus Christ first. But yeah, they try to scare you when you're hearing. Let me give my dogs. I think he wants some water. Keeps on crying over here. Wait, I'll be right back. Really? All right. I'll put some water in this bowl. Yeah, they try to. I mean, I don't know if y'all watch my lives or not. When I do go live, I try to do lives through my Facebook group, Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters. I do get a couple of videos here where I've gone into the woods, and if you view the video when I'm in the woods, you're gonna be able to. If you put on your earbuds, you're gonna be able to hear things. Uh, you're gonna be able to hear when I'm saying something. You might see some movement. Uh, yeah, it gets pretty intense. There was one where that time when I seen the one flying behind me, I debunked the video. Right, I was trying to see if I captured them. When I debunked the video, I was at a part where further deep in the woods, and something said my sister's name, in which they said my sister name that lives in Killeen. Like they knew they said her name. Like I should have say they know because they're in spirit, so they know when somebody's going through something. So when they say somebody's name that you might know, it's because they're kind of like threatening you, like saying that they're going to mess with them. So that's when you have to tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name, uh, take authority over them. I've said where they said bad words towards me, F you, uh, you care movements. There's times where I'm out there and I hear running beside me, something running, and this is during the day, that I'm hearing somebody running, or sometimes I hear when somebody says help me. But I've heard a lot of bad words, Mike. They've come my way when I'm out there investigating. Uh, the last time I went out there to investigate, I got cut on my leg by a vine with sharp, like a vine with thorns. So I haven't been back ever since then. So it's been a while I've been out there. Uh, I know that if I go, I'm going to capture something, just like I captured the ones where they were standing, they were very tall, standing in the wool line. I can go to any location, and if there's something there, it's going to surface up because I truly maintain a Heavenly Love Foundation. So they have to identify themselves to me through spiritual law. So that's what they're actually doing when they surface up in my videos. They're identifying themselves to me through spiritual law. So if they say something, or they show a manifestation of something, they're just identifying themselves. Yes. A Oh yeah, they can mimic voices. They can mimic voices to try to lure deeper into the woods. They can mimic a voice of a child crying for help, mimic a woman's voice crying for help to take you deeper into the woods. And you're following the cry for help. That's what happened to me in Elms Grove. When I ran into the six that were in the woods, is my sister called me. I was asleep. It was cold outside, and she said, "Abe, I think there's something happening to a woman. I hear her crying for help. She needs help. Somebody's doing her some harm." I go outside my home, and I hear a woman crying for help. So I grab inside, put on uh, some warm ups. I had like a cold that day, and I grabbed a bat. That's, I told my sister, "Do you want to go with me?" And he says, "No, I'll stay here with the kids." So I went towards the park. I was following the sound of the woman crying for help, and that's what happened to me in Elms Grove. I went in there in stealth mode, military mode, with no flashlight, and I had my bat in my hand. And I was getting close to where the sound was getting louder and louder, where the woman was crying for help. And when I went in there to swing the bat, because it got real close, and I thought the person was right there, whoever was doing the harm, the crying for help stopped. So it's three something in the morning. I'm in the middle of the woods. It's cold as hell. I look towards past the creek because the leaves are falling off the trees. I could see the corner store, and I could see the club for where Sister Brenda used to work from beyond the box. There was nobody in the parking lot. It was empty. When I'm there looking, I sense something behind me, and my senses, always pretty keen, is letting me know something's behind me. When I turned around, there was six of them. One was close to me, probably like, shoot, man, 3, 4 feet away from me, 5 feet away, right there by the tree. I could see the other two. The reason I could see there was six is because of their eyes. They were like glowing white. All their eyes were glowing white, so I could see six, right, looking down at me. Uh, uh, quick thinking. I could have gone to the creek, which was probably like 50 feet away from me. But then I said to myself, the big one that's here beside me is gonna track me down in the woods, or I could run 30 to 40 feet towards the highway where the bridge is, go through there, and I would say the other three there on the other side of the path are going to chase me down that way. So I was left with only one option, is to go back the same way I went in there. So I stood there as they were looking at me. I looked at the bat. The bat was like a toothpick compared to how big this beings were. Right, 3 in the morning, I would say demonic beings, especially when there was no woman there, so they lure me into the woods. Uh, the only thing I can do is go to my safe haven, where I have no fear, where I have my love foundation. That's where I went to. I went into prayer. I let go of the bat, threw the bat on the ground because I wasn't going to be able to do nothing with that bat. Not not to one, not to all six. So I just went into prayer. The deliverance prayer, the Our Father. I stayed there, standing in that location, going in deep prayer till after a while, I could sense the presence of the Heavenly Father and heavenly angels around me. That I started walking back down the path that I went in there. They were turning their heads, looking down at me, and something happened when I was walking through in between them in the path. They all kept on repeating, uh, "The Holy One, the Holy One." When I was saying the Our Father, they kept on saying, "The Holy One, the Holy One," and I never turned back. I walked out of the path back through the park. And when I got to the porch, my sister was waiting for me. And she said, "Are you okay?" She could tell there was something wrong with me. I mean, shoot, I was in a spiritual throughout the mobile home park. They're all throughout the park, not just in those woods. They're everywhere. They're in the park. They're by the homes. I mean, if it's native Indian burial ground, they're everywhere. They're everywhere through that park. Yeah, they're in the woods, and if the land used to be native land or a native Indian burial ground, well, then they're in the land in your land too, where you reside, and they're gonna show themselves. They're gonna manifest there. Some technical issues keep on happening. Yeah, they cause all kinds of activity to happen. The only thing I can say to you is, if you ever run in a situation where certain things are happening that's not understandable, and it becomes a spiritual thing, uh, don't be afraid. Call upon Jesus Christ to assist you spiritually, and cleanse your home, protect your home, place some heavenly crosses on your doors and your windows. And if you feel that there's something in your home, cleanse it, get rid of it, take authority over it in Jesus Christ's name. You got to protect your foundation, your home, and your loved ones, right? Whatever's in your home, whether it's your loved ones or your pets, they're very mischievous. These things that I speak of. I think he's trying to go outside to handle some business. Yes, but in saying that, Rebel is acting up. Let me take him outside real quick. I'll be right back. Let's go, Ronald. Let's go. Yeah, nothing wrong. Here we go. I'm back, brothers and sisters. Sorry about that. You used to live there, Sister Ashley Howard, in Elms Grove? Yeah, there's a lot of activity there. I don't know if you live. How long did you live there in Elms Grove Estates? Um, there's an incident that happened also with a child that the housing area that was by the Kmart. I think it was raining real bad, and a little boy was playing through the ravine on the ravine of the creek of. There's like a those city ravines that they're made out of cement, and the boy fell in there, and the ravine took him to the creek. The body of the boy went all through Killeen and went past Elms Grove towards Harker Heights, and the boy's body was found in Harker Heights. The boy drowned. Uh, it was a very sad thing that happened, but yes, that's where the body of the boy was over there by the right by the Mickey's is by Roy Reynolds. I think it's Roy Reynolds. There's a street that goes by the Mickey's, goes towards the Bingo Land. Well, in that creek, there's a bridge there. That's where the boy was found. Good night, brother William. Yes, thank you all that tuned in tonight. I could keep on talking with you all if you'd like me to for another 30 minutes. Yes, I could sense things. I was shown something. It popped in the news that this boy was missing. It was raining real hard there. The creek had flooded. And I told him, I think I know where the boy is because I had seen a vision of this boy being in that location. So I told my brother, let's go to where the boy is. My brother-in-law, and he said, no, it's dangerous. It's too much water. So once the rain stopped raining and recited, well, that's where the boy was found. You know, sad. In the 80s. Yeah, I lived there in Elms Grove from 2002 all the way to 2015. That's what I don't understand why the parents were leaving him outside in the rain. He lived at can't remember the name of the village. It's something village. It was behind the Kmart down Forward Street. I can't remember the name of the. It's something village that the name because it belonged to where the soldiers lived. But that's where he went through one of those ravines by the Kmart. Oh wow! Your father and your uncle died on the property in their 50s. Where did they pass away, Sister Ashley Howard? What street or There's been many people that have passed away in their property actually, that they've been found dead uh, in their bed. I lost six neighbors. I will tell them. I would try to warn them of this shadow figures that were coming out of the woods, and they were coming through the park, and they were going through the walls, entering the mobile homes. I try to warn my neighbors that live behind me and to the sides of me. I told them if they have any kind of protection to protect the homes, because I was seeing this apparition, this shadow figures, right, dark shadow figures going into the homes. I think one of them uh, put a complaint on me, telling the office that I was scaring them. So they told me not to say nothing to nobody no more. I lost six neighbors within, I believe, 2 months. What they all had in common, I lost a neighbor behind me. She was a German lady. I lost Miss Kim, she was Korean. There was a guy that moved in an RV beside her house. He passed away. Another lady up the street passed away. A Filipino lady that lived right across her passed away. And then there was this man that his brother had already passed away in the bedroom. But what they all had in common is they all passed away. They were all found dead in their beds. The the Philippine lady was found dead in a recliner, uh, with the remote in her hand. I believe there's things of what I seen, what I witnessed of them, that they drain your energy, your spirit. So you could say there are, you know, like soul collectors of some sort. They like a succubus or incubuses. That they have those abilities. Some people might want to call them energy vampires, but that's what they do. And they were all found dead in their beds. So I lost six neighbors within 2 months. Hickory Court. Oh wow. Sorry to hear that, Sister Ashley. My condolences. Did they ever say anything strange about that land? Did they ever witness anything out of the ordinary? Wow. So we might have something in common here, because a lot of the people there that were found dead in their beds. There was a guy that I knew. I always had a little dog, and he was always drinking beer. He would go down to the mailbox, right? Well, they found him dead in his bed, and his brother inherited his brother had died in the bed, and he inherited the mobile home. He, so he went and moved into the mobile home. Then he passed away in the bed also. How you doing, brother-in-law Morgan? I just can remember all their names. It's been a while, but for sure, Miss Kim, she was a good woman. Whatever they are, I see them where they're coming from. The vicinity that they're coming from is from that path when they were coming out of the woods. This big old tall shadow figures. I believe they're like succubus and incubuses, and they go into the mobile homes to drain the energy off of people. I believe that's what they do. Yeah, you can see them moving around at nighttime. Where I used to live in Lot 49, which is right by the main office, down Blackberry Drive, Blackberry, I believe, or Hackberry. You go down, the main office and the post office is there. That's where I used to live, lot 49. What was your father's name, Sister Ashley? Well, I was there from. Yeah, no, I wasn't. Was I there? Yeah, she said 2000 and yeah, I moved in there at 2002, 2006. I was already living there. I lived there from 2002 to 2015. So maybe that's the same guy I'm talking about. The brother. Yeah, because there was another brother that came. If that's the same people, the one brother had died. The other brother moved in. He passed away. Well, there's a third brother that came that he inherited the house, and I don't know whatever happened to him. But there was a third brother that came there to that house. Pretty tall guy. Uh, pretty. They were pretty tall. He was the third brother, and it's like he's like he was afraid to sleep on the bed because he already lost two brothers. So there was a third brother that came. Yes, yeah, there's people that live in Elms Grove. It's a mobile home place, and people rent out the lots. Yeah, there's RVs and all kinds of stuff there in Elms Grove. It just the people of the land or the people that run it don't tell the people all the things that are. They don't tell them the things that have happened there. Because it's a business for them. They just want to rent out the lots, right? So they're not going to tell them the truth about the land. They're not going to tell them that it's a native Indian burial ground, that that land where the embark is and the airport is and the golf courses, all that used to be native Indian burial ground. They're not going to tell them the truth because it's a business, right? So they gave me a hard time, and I just moved because I knew too much because I could sense things. I was seeing things out of the ordinary, and it's like I knew a lot of things that were happening there. So I just decided once I paid off my mobile home, I moved. I moved. I live in Temple, Texas now. I got married in Temple. Happily married, and I just got out of there. I couldn't stand being there anymore. I'm just. I know for a fact that office there. Yeah, Daryl. I remember Daryl. He liked drinking the beer. He had a yeah, he had cancer. I remember him. He was my buddy. We was always talking. Uh, he liked drinking his beer. He had a little dog with him all the time. Yeah, I remember Robert. I remember. I just didn't know the first brother. I didn't know the first brother. Oh yeah, I would talk to Daryl all the time, and I was telling him about the activity that was happening there, and he would tell me, "Look, you don't believe me, my hairs are standing up." Just when she mentioned Daryl, my hairs are standing up. They're standing up because Daryl will tell me. Daryl will tell me he was like one of the first first people that will tell me uh, that he told me that he will see the shadow figures. Daryl, that he will see him walking alongside his mobile home at nighttime. Daryl had a weapon. He still pull out the weapon, he'd go outside, he wouldn't find nothing. But he said he would see the shadow figures that they will come every night. Uh, he would have his gun ready. Sometimes he said he would see him inside his home. You know, he told me about the shadow figures. That's when I started witnessing them also. Yeah, he's pretty. The third brother was pretty tall. There was this old man that lived up the street, down the block where I lived. Him and his brother were living together, uh, and his brother passed away inside the mobile home. I seen him walking for exercise around the block. I seen him get dropped by unseen force, and I went to go pick him up. I was praying, and I helped him home. And the sun came and took him out of there, out of the park. He was being spiritually attacked. How you doing, Ace Banner? It's good to meet you, Sister Ashley Howard. I knew your uncles. They were cool. Uh, Daryl liked to drink beer. He was cool. I believe so. I believe so. That they could have caused us the ailments. That's what they do. Uh, they target certain areas of the body that they can affect. I guess the spiritual opening that he might have had was the beer itself, and that's what they use to cause them to be more sick. Just like a lot of the elderly that live there, a lot of them on medications, and that could be a spiritual opening that they use to attack the vessel. Yeah, brother Daryl was always cool with me. He would stop by my house, and we'd be talking. Uh, he had some little dogs. My son would play with his dogs. That's the one I knew the most was Daryl. Or the third brother, yeah, yeah. Your third brother, or the third brother, whatever happened to him? Because I moved in 2015. He wouldn't sleep on the bed. He would sleep on the sofa. I don't know if he sold the mobile home. I'm thinking he was going to sell it. I'm not sure what he did. Yeah, but Daryl will tell me the things that he will see. There was a security lady that used to work at the park. She would tell me that she would recommend not to be out there at nighttime. And I asked her why. And I said, well, there's certain things out here that you don't want to cross cross paths with. The security lady that worked at night, uh, she would always see me exercise. Go walk around the big quad out there by the embark, and she would tell me not to be out there. just to go home if I'm gonna walk during the day, because she would see things. She had a big old flashlight, and so she would go through every street, all night. She would do security from 6 in the morning. I mean, for six in the afternoon, in the evening time to 6 in the morning. So she will see a lot of things. Yeah, there was a lot of good people. You know, there were elderly. A lot of them were elderly, but there was good people. Nobody deserves to pass away in that manner, especially through being spiritually targeted, spiritually attacked. Um, what people know about that park, in which you could cause people to be sick too. There was a certain gas company that ran through the park. Also, that there was gas lines, and some of those gas lines were leaking. So they hired a company to come and take out all the gas lines out of there. But I believe that a lot of people got exposed to the gas that was leaking, in which that could cause hallucinations also, right? But the thing is, the things that happened to me has happened after the gas lines were being pulled out. But being exposed to inhaling uh, gas that way can cause a lot of health issues also. Oh man, sorry to hear Sister Ashley that he passed away. Yeah, he didn't want to live there. He was seeing the same thing Daryl was seeing. He was. I think he was living in the. At one time, he was staying in the truck. He had, I think, in the brother's truck, on Daryl's truck. He was going to sleep in there because he said he would see the shadow figures and stuff inside the house. He would see them in 2022. Sorry to hear that, Sister Ashley. My condolences again. So whatever happened, so he abandoned the trailer. Yeah, I paid my mobile home off, but I left it there. I didn't want to do nothing with it because there was too much negative attachments there because of the land. Whatever it was there, had already been inside my mobile home. Freaking when I was fighting spiritually, so I didn't want to do nothing with it. I kind of like literally just got up and left with me and my son. We just got up and left everything behind. Just started new. So he passed in 2022. Yeah, and then the people from the park, it's sad, because if I would have known that the creek was gonna flood like it floods, I would have never gotten the mobile home there. If I knew that this dark shadow figures and this werewolf, lycanthrope, shapeshifter, skinwalkers were lived in that area, I would have never thought about it twice to even move into that area if they would be truthful and be honest about it, right? About the things that would happen. Where I lived, I was like a flood zone where the creek will rise and the water will go all the way up to where I lived. That's when I went to go inspect my house from underneath, and I found out that there was already water damage to it. So I got suckered in into buying a mobile home that was already damaged. If I knew that, if they would have been honest, I would have never moved in there. I would have probably found a different place if I knew I would have known, but nobody, they're never going to tell you, right? And what's sad about it is when you're trying to raise a family, what happened to me, and your son gets lured into the woods by a dark shadow being, and you can find him for about 45 minutes. Him and my daughter's friend. That's what happened. You know, I was showing her where I lived. You know, the park, and I tell you, hey, whenever you want to come to the park or go to the pool, let me know. You know, freaking, I was showing her the creek, and my son was playing by the swing sets to the right, and there's just like a red slide, and they wouldn't hear him playing no more. It's like, hey, you know what to say about children? If they're not playing or laughing, something ain't right. So we went to go look. We couldn't find them. Went by the swing set, by the slide that wasn't there. I went to the other side of the park because there's some more swings, a merry-go-round that wasn't there. So I'm yelling for their names. I'm looking in the creek, can't find them. Go to my house. I'm thinking they're playing video games in my room. They had a Sega Genesis and a Nintendo 64 that was in the room. And my sister said, I haven't seen them. So by then, the sun is already setting, getting dark. I go one more time to look, and I'm praying to God to help me find them. You know, by then they're already calling the cops. You know, we got two children that are missing. So I'm praying and I'm praying to God to help me find them. And I'm sensing I'm feeling all kinds of energies around me while I'm praying in the park. And then I look and I see like something over a bush, looks like hair in the distance. I don't know how I seen it. All I know is that I prayed and I was shown that. So I ran that ways. I went through the bushes, through the tree line, and that's where they were at. Uh, my son, and my son was at the time 4, her daughter was 5. They were standing in front of this tree, an acorn tree. It was a big tree, and they were like in a hypnotic state. When I asked them, "What are y'all doing here?" They couldn't respond to me. So I was trying to talk to them. They wouldn't say nothing. By then, my sister comes because I'm yelling that I found them. So they're coming, and then I asked them again, "What are you doing here?" And both of them say the man in black called us. So I told them to take them home. They took them home, and I go looking. I go looking for a, somebody dressed in black or an African American, right? I'm looking everywhere in the woods. Don't find nothing. Go to the bridge, nothing on the highway, nothing, and couldn't find nothing. So then the following day, I told my friend, bring your camcorder. So we're gonna go back in those woods to the location where we found them to see we see this. Well, I was thinking it was a homeless person or something, right? This man in black. See if we can find them. So we're walking down the path. My friend is recording. She's behind me, and I'm looking, and we're like maybe 10 steps into the path, and my friend says, "Oh my God, I think I caught something." And she turns around and just runs out of the path, like scared. And I'm looking, and I got my guards up just to see, but somebody's there, or I see something, but I'm not seeing nothing with a naked eye. By the time I get home, my friend's already left. She lived in Nolanville. So I got my son. I said, we're going to go to Nolanville to visit Belle. So I went over there, and my friend's got the camcorder on the sofa, and she's all scared. You can see she's scared. And she said, I think I caught something, Abe. I'm scared. That's what she said. So I'm reviewing the video, debunking it. And it goes to the part where she says, I think I caught something. When I look, you could see a man in black looking, and he's got like an amulet around his neck that's glowing. It looks like a golden glow around his neck, and he's got yellowish eyes, and he looks like he's created out of Mother Nature itself. But he's black and he's looking, and next thing you know, when in the video it says, "Oh, well, I think I caught something," as he's looking, he goes straight into Mother Nature itself, straight into the ground. It looked black, but it was manifested from Mother Nature itself. Could have been a skinwalker shapeshifter, but he had like some kind of energy amulet around his freaking neck. It looked like a human form, but it wasn't human because it was made out of like Mother Nature, like the branches and the leaves. It could be a curse, but I seen him how he looked. Uh, there was other people that encountered him also. My nephew's girlfriend, she was playing on the swings, and she says there was a man in black that was calling her into the path to go to him. Was calling her by her name, like he knew her name. Uh, and she got up and came running to the house, scared, crying. So we went over there to look, and we couldn't find whoever tried to call her into the path, but I already knew what it was. The same thing I caught on the camera. My friend was so scared that she got rid of the footage off the camera, and things started happening at her house, just like the things were happening in my house. Had to do cleansings and stuff for to get rid of the negative juju or the negative energies. I hope y'all listening. If y'all listening, can I get a like? Because I'm not seeing no comments right now. Let me see if I can. I don't know what's going on with my comments. Last comment I got here says that sounds illegal to not tell you. That's from brother-in-law Morgan. I know we got 46 viewers here, spiritual and cryptid encounters. That's the last comment I see here. There we go. We got La Morgan saying something there. Thumbs up. And I could keep on going and going and going. I just want to say thank you for those that tuned in, and Sister Ashley Howard. You know, I knew your uncles there in Elm Grove. It was nice talking to you. Uh, I don't know. They probably told you stories of the location. Uh, yeah. So you know what I did, right? I'm prior military. I pull out my gear, my camouflage gear, put on my camouflage my camouflage paint on my face, and I went out looking for this dark shadow being out there in the woods. I was mad because, and being mad is a spiritual opening, so I was looking to to confront the thing that lured my son into the woods, but it will never show itself to me. I had my gear and everything ready to fight it physically or spiritually. You know, it didn't show itself to me, but then it started coming. They started coming out in numbers. They started coming out in numbers. I'm talking about 16 to 20 strong coming out of the woods. Where I lived, you could see them when they would come out of the woods, walking through the park in numbers, like in 20s. I go out there and I face them. You know, I start fighting spiritually. But there were too many. That while fighting a couple, the others are going to the mobile homes, into the mobile homes. Spiritual warfare. Oh yeah, sometimes what they would do is imagine you're asleep during the day because you can't sleep at nighttime because of all the activity. Next thing you know, you see a silhouette during the day that somebody's by the window, and you thinking it's one of a family member looking from outside in. I remember I opened the window and I see somebody in a hooded, dark hood, like a dark, uh, a hood, you know, like the monks wear, right? But it's dark, and I see like a woman, but it's the face is charred. You can see lines like yellow, like lava, and the eyes are yellow, and she's looking at me. So I go to prayer, and then when I look again, she's gone. So yeah, that was ran into a lot of things there. A lot of my family that were living there, they're not live there no more. They always have nightmares of that location. Every family member that lived with me has had nightmares of the location. It's like it tries to draw you back to the location, right? Like it's calling you to go back. That's what it does. It tries to draw you back to that location. I'm just glad that I got the hell out of there. Yeah, the mobile home park ain't. You know the security lady after she what happened to her? She went from Elms Grove because she worked for the government during the day. She worked on Fort Hood. She went on vacation where Mount St. Helen is, and when she was climbing Mount St. Helen, is it Mount St. Helen in Washington? Can remember the she was climbing. She went to climb a mountain over there. She had a heart attack on the way up. Then on the way down, that's when she passed away. She had like heart attacks from climbing that mountain, so she passed away. Yeah, there's a lot of activity there. A lot of activity there, and the area where I lived, it was like a depression. It was like it went downwards. So yeah, too much activity. If my sister Beatrice that lived there also would be able to fix her her problem with joining my live stream, she will tell you what she witnessed and what she's seen and what she's seen a lot of things also. One time there was a lady that called the cops that lived in the next block over, and she said that there was a peeping tom looking at her from the skylight. That it was looking through the skylight down. The skylight is on top of The skylight was on the side of the mobile home on top. That's like 13, 15 feet high. So the cops are all there's squad cars everywhere, and you can see the squad cars with the high beams, like they're chasing somebody, and they're saying, "Oh, I think they're trying to catch the peeping tom." So they're chasing something, and you see something tall, big, and they got the spotlight on it. The only thing you can see in the middle is a dark shadow figure, and they're hitting it with a high beam, and it's moving too fast. So they got all these high beams from the KPD shining on it, but it's moving too fast and it's huge, right? Uh, there's two cops in the entrance where the Domino's is, and I go over there to the entrance just to see if it goes that way, I see where it goes, and the dark shadow figure passed right in front of them. They look like midgets compared to how big this thing was. Passed right in front of them, and the cops were like freaked out what they seen, and they ran into the woods. The cops were like, "Are we gonna do a report on this? Are you gonna tell the chief what we just saw?" And then the other guy said, "Are you gonna tell the chief what we just saw?" I said, "Look, man," one of them said, "I just started working here. I don't want to lose my job." And I said, "We're not gonna write a report. We're just gonna leave it alone." So that's what happened that night. They left it alone. They didn't write no report of any peeping tom or anything like that, because what they witnessed was not a peeping tom. I believe it was a dark shadow figure, or what people might want to call a shapeshifter skinwalker. Very tall, make them look like midgets because it passed right in front of them. They were in front of the squad car, passed right in front of them, fast. They move fast. But in saying that, brothers and sisters, hope you all enjoyed tonight's show. Maybe we could chit chat longer tomorrow, maybe, or Friday. I don't know. I just want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in here tonight. I'm thinking what I'm seeing that it gets pretty good between 11 to like 2 or 3 in the morning. So maybe I'm going to stick to doing the live between 11 and 2, 11 and 3, because we got 40 people viewing right now. Uh, I just want to say thank you for all those that are tuning in to Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters and listen to the stories. And I'm more sure Sister Ashley Howard has stories also that probably her uncles that told her, or her father. Uh, I don't know what they've told her, but I just want to say thank you, Sister Ashley, for saying their names because I remember them. And my condolences to all of them. There were good peoples. There were good peoples. Yeah, too much bad bad things happen in that area, which I'll share another time frame. I have stories of other things that happen, not just in the park, but right outside the park, in the same vicinity, the same area of certain other events that happened, in which it all correlates with the activity of this DDN, or because of the land. Of many tragic events have happened there because of that land. You're welcome, Sister Monica Davis. I think I have a picture or I have a video of one day that I was in the park. I'm going to give you an example before I go. I'm going to give you an example of how some of the shadow figures look. Uh, let me find it real quick, and I'm going to give you an example of how they look during the day. The shadow figures that I speak of. Uh, Let me find it real quick. Uh, I think I got a picture here, or I got a short reel that I created of how they look in Elms Grove. I think this picture that I have might be from the park. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Okay, I found it. Uh, Let me share this with y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about, how they look. This is from the park. The sun hadn't set yet, but he was fixing to set. And as I was going to go to the store. I was going to cut through the woods to go to the corner. There was a Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, and as I was walking, I heard somebody saying something, like they were speaking. So I took a picture of what I heard somebody saying something, and this is what I captured. I'm going to share it with y'all. Here we go. I'll push play on it. Okay. That's the dark shadow figures that I captured on my camera when I took the picture. I just did different filters so you can see what's there. There's something standing here and something here right beside me. When I snapped the picture, this picture, see, this is just the one where I made it so it can look like the same one as this, so you all can see it. But there are two shadow figures right beside me that were talking to each other. I couldn't understand what they were saying because they were talking a different language. There's one here, one here. I just wanted to share that with y'all of some of the activity, and that's at the park. These are shadow figures that I was speaking of that they're going to into the mobile homes, and just so you can get a glimpse of how they look. There you go. Trying to get a lighter picture of them. There you go. So you can check it out. Check it out. I'll pause it there for y'all. It's from Elms Grove Brothers and Sisters. Yeah, they look like they were wearing witch hats. Yeah. Oh man, I could go in depth to the activity that will be there, where I could be sitting at the park at the bench, and you could hear somebody laughing from across the park from the tree line, like they're laughing at me, calling my name. and they're just laughing real loud that it echoes through the park. I just wanted to give you an example of, and this is when the sun sets. Imagine at nighttime how how they will have more of a silhouette because it's darker. So you actually are seeing a figure or like a silhouette of something dark moving out there, and this is still during the day, but you're still able to see it. Here's an example, brothers and sisters. Okay, there's just an example of it. I do have another creepy picture. It's scary, where I seen the one that was standing beside me. If y'all want to see that one, I just don't want to scare nobody, man. Uh, it's creepy. That's creepy. The other one is creepy too. But yeah, I got one where there's something very tall looking at me, and it looks wicked. I'll share that if y'all want to see it. If y'all want to see that picture before I go, give me a thumbs up. And this is in the same location in Elms Grove. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll share it with y'all. Or should I save it for another day? Should we just leave it at sharing this picture where they're standing right there, the dark shadow figures? Like they look yeah, like smoke spirit, like a spirit would look smoky, like a spirit, disorientated. They don't have a. It's because they don't got a body, so they will look like smoke or like a shadow. That's how that will look. All right, if y'all want to see it, okay. Let me share it with y'all, brothers and sisters. Let me go find find that footage. Okay, let me. Okay, let me share it with y'all. I'll let y'all look at it. See whoever's got the eye to see. See if you can see what I'm seeing. Now this one's creepy. This is in the path of Elms Grove, and he's just standing there looking at me with his head sideways a little bit. Right here. I'll stop it on a good frame. I'm just gonna let it go like that so y'all can check it out, how it looks. I think I might have one where there's a close up of it, but it's pretty tall. So this looks like a hoof, like a hoof. Doesn't even look like a hand. And possibly something down here, but this is the one that I was focused on because it's pretty tall. Yeah, yeah. There's like two things there, possibly more, but that one's pretty tall. I think I might have a the picture that is bigger than that because that's like a picture that I cropped so you could see where it's at. But I think I have an original picture of it where it looks bigger. Let me see if there's any other videos of it that I might be able to use. Yes, that's the path of Elms Grove, brothers and sisters. A lot of activity there. If you, man, people, you can get your energy drain in there. You can hear footsteps moving around you. You could hear footsteps coming towards you. Uh, you could hear growlings and all kinds of activity. It's, I wouldn't recommend anybody to go. Just wanted to share that with you, brothers and sisters. I think I do have another video where, let's see, might have another video of it. Let's see. Okay. Let me see if it's this one. Well, imagine that, right? That's during the day, probably before the sun setting. Imagine seeing something like that, that big, at nighttime, coming out of the woods, not just coming out of the woods, but going through the park, and you see something big like that entering the mobile homes, going through the walls of the mobile homes where people are sleeping or entering somebody's home. Me as somebody that I care about people's lives. I would warn people. Or if I could, I will place a spiritual heavenly cross where it would enter through the wall to protect the people from there. You know, uh, go into prayer, pray. When you see something that big walking through the park at nighttime, not just one of those, count like 20 of them, seeing them walking 20 out of the walking through the park at nighttime. Here's Brother Law Morgan. So I'm just showing you this picture. And of course I got the other picture where they're literally where I got ambushed by these things. I know I'm going a little bit out of topic of Werewolf Wednesday, in which they're like in shadow form. And it was early in the morning, like around 6:15 when the sun was coming out when I got spiritually attacked. That I can share that also for whoever's here. Let me get that, and I'll share that there with you also before I go. I'll share this, and maybe tomorrow I can talk about all this that I'm showing you. Then have a video of it because of there it is. Is that it? No, it just shows some of it, but it don't show the whole. No, that's not it. Let me see if I can find it. Trying to find it for y'all, brothers and sisters. Oh man, it's gonna be a hard one. Uh, I think this one. I might have it. Uh, the one I want to show you, I think I might have it on my Facebook. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Here it is. So I'm gonna share this one, and I found it. Let me share it with you. There you go. You're welcome, Sister Ivy. By the way, I'm kind of like a night person. I'm awake most of the night. I sleep in the early morning, and till midday. That's when I get up. But here they are in shadow figure form. As you can see, they're coming from the sky. There's some standing in front of me. Uh, I got ambushed this day, early in the morning. Uh, what's in front there is actually the road. While I was walking, here's a link fence. The airport is up ahead. I'm walking and I get dropped. A lot of weight on me. That I get dropped onto one knee, like something's some. I feel like somebody grabbing my hands. My neck is being pressed downward. So I say, God help me. When I say God help me, I was whatever weight was holding me down, whatever was holding me down, left me alone because I said, God help me. God intervened and I was able to get up. I stumbled home, but I was out all day. My energy got drained. When I woke up to look, because I had my phone in my hand, so this picture was accidentally taken when I fell to one knee. That's what was on my phone. When I looked at my phone, was this picture. And these are the dark shadow figures. You see some of them come from the sky. There's looks like a face here, but yeah, they're all around me. This is just in front of me. Some were coming from the top, and there were some behind me to the sides. They were all around me. It was a spiritual ambush, but thank God, God was with me, and I'm still here. Yeah, they're everywhere. They try to take me out, but the Heavenly Father intervened. The Heavenly Father intervened and helped me out. Uh, Same things I got these things out here. If you're really interested, tomorrow I can make a show. We can call it the Shadow Figures. I can share these pictures. I even got short reels of these things where they move right beside me and stuff. No, sister, I couldn't see nothing because my energy was being drained. I had already gotten dropped to one knee. Uh, my arms were like this to the back. My head was pressed down. I was down to one knee. I couldn't lift my head up because there was so much weight on me. When we talk about heart attacks, so much weight on me that till this day, I still have problems with my neck from when my head got pressed down towards my chest area. I still have problems till this day. Yeah, sister, they say that they come from a certain location in the sky, like a void. They call it the void in the Bible. But so there's some of this bad spirits up there in that dark void, and they come from the sky to attack mankind or people. This happened like in 2013, 2012, somewhere around there, when I got attacked by this. Once this happened, it's like I stopped uh, exercising in that area, doing anything. You know, they try to take me out. So when people tell me, "Brother Abe, you ain't worried about these people that are saying things about you," I got how the saying goes: "There's bigger fish to fry." When people are or quarreling with each other and just going back and forth, well, I'm fighting the the good fight. I'm fighting the unseen, the spiritual warfare. The question to me is, when are some of these people going to join me in the good fight? Because I've been fighting this good fight all my life, and I have pictures to show y'all of the fight of the balance. It truly exists. The unseen spiritual war is very real, brothers and sisters. I just created spiritual encrypted encounters. First group is positive spiritualist, which that still exists, but it hasn't grown too much because people targeted me because of what I bring to the table. Right, I bring spiritual proof that these things are amongst us. So that got targeted. My Facebook had gotten targeted and got permanently deleted because there's people that want to say these things that I'm showing you, that they're flesh and blood creatures. I'm showing you how they look in the spirit form. If I'm showing how they look in the spirit form, because that's their true form, is what I'm showing you. So when I came into the picture, bringing all this evidence, that I said it's more something demonic, I got targeted. But that's okay. I've been targeted all my life by doing God's work. I don't dislike anybody. I'm just, I want people to give me the opportunity and the chance to speak my truth, because the truth that I got is through my experiences, uh, experiences in life of what I've witnessed, what I've experienced, what I've encountered spiritually. You know, that's why I share the pictures that I share. Try to make sense, like for a sister here that she used to play in the creek, that her father passed away there, and her uncles passed away there, or one of the uncles passed away there. I knew the uncles, so it was good that she showed up, that I was able to correlate with her, and she knows what I'm talking about how they passed away in the bed. The only thing that's going to do something like that, what I witnessed, will be a succubus or incubus that has the ability to drain somebody's energy completely out of their life source. Will be a succubus or incubus, or shapeshifter skinwalkers might have that ability too. I mean, they can manifest to a succubus or incubus. Yeah, I still suffer with a pain on my neck area. Yeah. Yes, Sister Lolo. Real spiritual encounters. But it doesn't stop me from being who I am. It just makes me stronger. I just want to share my spiritual wisdom and knowledge to those that want to listen, that are willing to listen. And uh, Sister, what was her name? That was here with her uncles. She knew what I was talking about, because she even said that her uncles passed away in the bed. Sister Ashley. But in saying that, brothers and sisters, I just want to say thank you for the support. Uh, Thank you, everybody, for just listening, man. That's you know that's all I wanted people to do when I lived there, is to listen to what I had to say, because I was witnessing all these things. and I knew that people were being targeted. But when people don't listen, and then I hear all these people died in their sleep, it really hurt me here because I tried my best to to help out these people where this dark shadow figures were going inside their home, and all those people lost their lives. And what's messed up that the park knew, the people from the park knew because I told them of what I was seeing, the things that were happening. They knew, and they didn't do nothing about it. The only thing they did is tell me not to be telling anybody anything. But they never once warned anybody or took my story serious. They have cameras there, so I'm more sure the cameras in the front office because they have it aiming towards the park. That they will see the shadow figures coming in those cameras, but they will never tell anybody nothing about it. That's what I think is messed up because those people that lost their lives, that were somebody's grandmother, somebody's brothers, somebody's father, mothers, it's crazy. Just fine, Lolo. Um, but in saying that, I'm going to call it a night, brothers and sisters. If you like the show, if you want to hear more about this, I can get it in real in depth. Maybe tomorrow we can talk about it again. I mean, I went off topic off of Werewolf Wednesday. We can talk about this dark shadow figures tomorrow. I have other pictures. Well, there are those property people from the property managers. The people that are running are just the managers. The owner comes from California. You know, when you try to them, it's just a business. To them, it's just about making money for each lot that they rent out. But what's more important, renting out a the lots, or the lives of the people? Which is more important? To me, it would be the lives of the people. And but that's business, right? Last night we started at 10, uh, but I'm thinking tomorrow we're going to start at 11. Thank you all of y'all that took the time to tune in, to listen to what I have to say. I appreciate y'all. My cousin, it's your merch at Apes. Yeah, and, I was wearing this shirt with a Werewolf Wednesdays. Me and my cousin were always putting a shirt, so I had the shirt on of a kind of like a werewolf. That's a shirt. We always wear a shirt for Werewolf Wednesday. In saying that, brothers and sisters, this is Brother Ape Cias signing off from Spiritually Cryptid Encounters. Tune in tomorrow. I think we'll bring the topic up again because I have a lot of pictures of these things, like the ones I shared, and I have actually show reels of them moving right beside me in a dark shadow figure form. I got one where I'm in my room and it passes right in my room while I'm doing a live. So tune in tomorrow. I think we'll have a shadow figure Thursday tomorrow. It's saying that, or Scooby Doo. Yeah, let's do Scooby Doo Thursday. I'll put on my Scooby Doo shirt tomorrow. Cousin Jesse or have a Scooby Doo shirt, and we'll do Scooby Doo Thursday. We'll go into do some investigations like Scooby Doo. You're gonna have to buy me some Scooby snacks. Yeah, that's cousin Jesse. In saying that, brothers and sisters, thank you all for those who tuned in. Check out the show reels, man. The show reels tomorrow. You want to tune in? We'll have a Scooby Doo Thursday, shadow figures, you know, and we'll show all this shadow figure short reels that I got and pictures like I was sharing with y'all. In saying that, love, light, and blessings to y'all. I'm gonna say a prayer before I go. Heavenly Father, this time I'd like to pray for all my brothers and sisters that were tuning in here on Spiritually Cryptid Encounters. For none of the pictures, for any unclean spirits to transfer to anybody, any kind of witch or perform. We tie, bind, and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. Uh, if there's any kind of form of witchcraft or necromancy, we tie, bind, and rebuke that in Jesus Christ's name. And if there's anybody feeling sick right now or feeling a certain way, uh, Heavenly Father, send the heavenly angels of healing and protection to protect them as we place heavenly spiritual crosses on all of us from head to toe. As we place heavenly spiritual crosses on our doorways and our windows, only for the Heavenly Father and the heavenly angels are allowed to come in to assist us spiritually. We this we pray in Jesus Christ's name. Amen. Good night, Brother Law Morgan, Sister Ivy, Brother Ace, Sister Monica Davis, Lolo. Oh man, Primo Jesse. A lot of people showed up tonight. Appreciate y'all. And all the other people that might not be on the chat, here on the chat. If you're on YouTube, I'm live on Restream. So I'm more sure there's probably, if people are talking in the YouTube chat, that's cool. But if you want to join the Restream chat, you can join the Restream video. You know, I placed it on many different platforms on YouTube. Good night, everybody. God bless you. Again, thank you for tuning in.